Well, I have the day off today. I've already driven to work and driven all the way back home. I fucked up. Where's my tripod? I fucked up and I made the mistake of trying to put my headphones on my head this morning. How dare I? And as I was like slipping the headphones on, I had my hair back, and I was just like pushing I can't tilt my head back. I went my head back like that, and to put my hair back so that I could slip my headphones out, so that I could slip my headphones over, and I don't know what I did. I fucked my neck up, and I had to leave work because there's just no way I could work. My boss, I don't want to call him my boss because he's not my boss, but the guy that I work for, that I am the groundskeeper, it's his yard that I'm working on. He was like, he's like, did you just hurt your neck? And I was like, yeah, maybe. He's like, you should go home. And I was like, I can't go home because I need the money that today will give me. Like, I need the money. Is my tripod down here? I hope so. Oh, almost fell on the stairs. Get lowered. It's fucking cold in here. Aw, where's my tripod? Fuck. I'm gonna go hang upside down for a little while and see if I can. Good God, it's cold in here. Okay, plug the phone, put the charger up here. All right, let's go get the microphone and also see if we can find our tripod. It's right here in the fucking hallway. I wonder if I could lift weights even though my neck is hurt. Like, I wonder if I do it without hurting, without like, I'm not going to be bending my neck anyway, right? Oh, thank God. Praise the Lord. I was so afraid I wasn't going to be able to work out. I just can't turn my head to the left or to the right. Hi, please turn off. Thank you. All right, let's go hang upside down. Let's see if we can't pop our neck back into place. I don't smoke. Okay. Oh my God, my neck hurts so fucking bad. Well, you're desperate for engagement, so you want the trolls to come to you? Be careful what you wish for. Because if you aren't, if you have any insecurities about yourself, I don't recommend asking for something like that. But, I mean, why would you want that? Why would you want to be trolled? That doesn't make any sense. Fucking go. Okay, we gotta make sure that our hair's not gonna get caught on our back. I gotta try to put my hair up. Hold on. No, we'll just tie it. Oops. We'll just come down if you want. Ain't nobody stopping you. Okay, that's good enough. Cross our fingers. I can't find the metal bar. Dude, they've totally fucking bent my shit up. Demons. My metal bar is missing. I'm a little nervous about going backwards without the metal bar there to stop it, but whatever. You guys are here. If anything happens, you guys can call 911 for me. Okay. My cat is looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh, that hurts so bad. Oh, ow, 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 ow. I think that made it worse. Mm. Mm. I have no ability to chase you right now. that made it worse. Oh, it's like that side that's getting me. What could I do? What could I do? What could I do? I guess I could lay in the middle of the floor and I'll get in the office or something. No, I left my fucking... Call Grandpa Josh.
Calling Grandpa Josh.
God fucking damn it. Hi. I left my breakfast powder in the back of Daddy's truck. Daddy didn't buy one, and I left mine in the back of the truck.
Oh, I thought you grabbed that for me.
No, I was going to get it for myself.
Oh, because I said I'm looking for carnations, and you grabbed that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, as soon as I was like, ooh, I don't have to buy pre-made Ensure. So that's why I was going to get it. It's something to put in my stomach in the morning. And then you sat there. I had already grabbed it, and then you were thinking about what to get. But yeah, I knew that's what happened. As soon as I saw that it wasn't here, I was like, fuck, he thought it was his.
Yeah, because the guy, remember I said it out loud, the guy was like, oh, it's right there on the cereal aisle.
Yeah, and that's when I went and grabbed it. I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And so then we sat there for a minute. I grabbed it, put it in the cart, and then we sat there for a minute and tried to decide whether or not you wanted the pre-made packs or the scoop.
If that was worth buying, right?
Yeah. Can you ask... Let me talk to Elliot real quick.
Yeah, we're here getting the oil changed.
Oh, good. Elliot.
2,000 miles over the oil change.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've been saying. That's why I've been on it for like literally the last week. We need to get the oil change. We need to get the oil change. We need to get the oil change. Okay, hold on. Let me talk to Elliot real quick. My neck hurts real bad. Where is the metal bar that goes to my hang upside down thing?
It's in the front yard area.
Yeah, it's not just somewhere in the front yard area because I already did a pass looking for it. So you have anywhere specific where it might be? I just hurt my neck so bad flipping myself upside down, and I was completely upside down because I couldn't find that bar anywhere, and pulling myself up, I just kind of fucking hurt myself pretty bad. So I don't want to do it again unless I have that metal bar. So do you know where it's at specifically? Any ideas?
No.
Okay. All right. I love you. I was going to make myself a powdered beverage because my stomach hurts. I haven't eaten all day and I'm getting cranky and hangry and I'm about to cry because my neck hurts so fucking bad. I love you. I'm not mad about that. I knew that's what happened. I was just calling to let you know that's what happened. Oh, I just really hurt my neck really bad by trying to hang upside down on that thing. I made it way worse. So I'm just mad. I'm mad and I'm hungry. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you.
Bye.
Bye. Will you hang up for me? Okay, bye. Stupid. Oh, that's not going to hold my weight. I might cry. And if I do, who fucking cares? Tim's got some kind of insecurity about crying in front of people, apparently. So, I don't suffer from that thing that people suffer from, insecurities, modesty, whatever. I don't want that cup. Put too much milk in my cup. Can't stir it with that much milk in it. Just use a spoon. Oh, fucking hiccup burps, dude. The worst ever. Who invented the concept of hiccuping and burping at the same time? Whoever that was is an asshole. Do I even want anything? Oh, yes. Fuck me, dude. This is bad. This is really bad. I cannot fucking believe I threw my fucking neck out. God damn it! How dare I put fucking headphones on too vigorously? Okay, so I don't have a hot thing. I wonder if my neighbors do. Text Alexis landlord. Do you guys happen to have a heating pad?
Okay. Send.
Text Alexis. Or any icy hot or anything. I fucked my neck up.
Okay. Sending.
I need to do a hot compress, loosen the muscles up a little bit. And I guess I just need to lay down. I'm a very animated speaker. This is bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Ooh, rice in a sock. I don't have a microwave though. No, my hair is not the problem. Not at all. My hair didn't do anything. I woke up. I slept funky last night. I slept in a position I don't sleep in. And my head was tilted back like a long time. A mouth hanging open, like that full. I can't even show you because it'll hurt. So I slept funny. And then I leaned my head back to put on my headphones, and shaking my head just a little bit while tilting backwards is what did it. I literally feel like the bone is not straight up and down. Like it feels like this bone right here has shifted over here. Like it's like over. So it goes like this. That's what it feels like. It's the first bone in your hump. The hump that you're not supposed to have because you're supposed to have good posture. That helped a little bit. I need a chiropractor, I think. Or I need a couple of days of relaxing the muscles. Maybe I could take a bath. I could take a hot bath. My landlord texts me back. My aunt sent me grooming tips for Bernie's mountain dog. I have a Great Pyrenees. She's close. I forgot how much butter on bread slaps. It slaps so hard it claps. Bro, I cannot fucking believe I fucked my neck up, Heather. I can't believe you did this. So long, farewell. I'll be just saying goodnight. I don't really want to have to chew it. Let's do soft bread. I can make a bread pill. A bread and butter pill. Let's get something to... I need 2 hands. Dick kick. If I gave you this, you'd die. This is not for you. It's for mom. It's mom's. No, not for boy. So they say on the label that you should only take a piece the size of a grain of rice. It's like 1, 2, 3, 6, maybe 7 grains of rice. Tuck it in like a little cannabis ravioli. Adios, amigos. And I'm taking it with fat, butter, and milk. Doing my due diligence. I was not going to finish this. But I guess I need the butter. Everything tastes like cannabis. I don't like the smell or the taste of pot plants. I don't like the smell of growing pot plants. I hate the smell of cannabis plants. I hate the smell of someone smoking weed. It is so vile. I hate it. It's so gross. It makes me want to throw up. I hate the smell. Any smoke is disgusting, but especially weed smoke. At least cigarette smoke smells good far away. Like if someone's smoking like across a football field and you catch like a little tiny waft of the smoke, that has like almost, it smells like the tobacco leaf itself, and tobacco leaf smells so good. But good God, does it taste good? Cannabis tastes good. I like the taste of it. I don't like the smell. I don't like to smoke it. I don't like the way it makes you feel either, to be quite honest. If I were a you, what would I do? %. Fucking fruit fly. Yeah, you're dead now. You want to eat a fruit fly? Figured you might. I do not understand. Where are the fruit flies laying eggs, and where the fuck are all these maggots? That's what I want to know. Where in the hell are the fruit flies? Where are they? I have cleaned my house literally top to bottom, vacuumed every square inch of my house. There's like nowhere for them to reproduce. There's no food stashed anywhere. There's not like anything rotting. Like, where could these fruit flies be making their eggs? And I thought to myself, oh, well, maybe they're in your plants. Maybe they're in the soil of your potted plants. Well, no, that's not the case either, because my potted plants are dry as a bone. I had to water them, actually. It made looking for the fruit flies reminded me, oh yeah, you need to water your fucking plants, dude. So I watered my plants this morning. They look very happy. They are all like perk and perked. So it's not the plants, it's not the soil. There's no rotting food. The only food that I even have that has been here maybe like a couple of weeks, I'll check those potatoes next, are these onions. But I just made onion pasta 2 days ago. They're perfect onions in here. So there's not anything ucky there. Let's see what happens when we move this. No, they smell fine. They're a little squishy. We'll get rid of them just to be safe. And I don't think they could be living in the drains, because I very frequently run scalding hot water, bleach, or boiling water, and I do run some like bleach down the drains sometimes. But I'm anal retentive about creating mustard gas, so I don't particularly like to put bleach down the pipes, but I will do it. I'll put bleach in the pipes, and then I will just run water. There's no open cans. They can't get into my fermentations that I've completely forgotten about. There's nothing in the cabinet that they could get in. The bathtub, same situation, scalding hot water, boiling water, and bleach down the pipes. I checked the tank in all the toilets. I checked the tank, the tank in the back of the toilets or whatever. I checked the back of the tanks in the toilet. I checked. Your hair's getting long. We need to cut that. You're having a hard time walking. Okay. Whoa. Big stepper, protect of your era. This is going to be a fun challenge doing all my exercises today with a fucked up neck. What, did you hear the water running? My watch just said I did a good job washing my hands. Please don't hiccup burp. That really does hurt. Ooh. My shoulder's crunching in a way it hasn't done in a long time. Let's see if you can hear it. Hold on. Let me know if you can hear this. Can you hear that? Shouldn't you wrap your hair around your neck to protect it? Probably. That's not fun. Yes, beats. That's 100%. Well, the second half, they're just a-holes and they're trying to mock me. But so like, it doesn't matter. Like I wouldn't put myself on social media if I gave a fuck about what other people think. So I'm the right one. Like I've had people on the internet pay men to come to my house to murder me before. Okay, allegedly. So I don't give a fuck about some people on the internet telling me I'm ugly, stupid, fat, or retarded. What? Did you think because I was giving myself some sustenance that means that I had given you some? Because no, that isn't the case. I fed you already. You've already been fed. All right. I mean, they're not really brutal. Okay, so like, okay, here's the thing, right? Someone's going to sit in a room and troll someone. Okay, it's the exact same I literally say this all the time. It is the exact same concept as sitting in a crowded restaurant and the waiter serves you your food and there is a honking fucking juicy diarrhea, big old wet turd sitting on your fucking plate. Do you, in that instance, do you immediately say, get this the fuck out of my face? No. Or do you go, pick it up, bring it to your face, sniff it, taste it, and then look around the room and be like, they served me shit. There's shit on my plate right now. Look at me, everybody, experiencing this giant turd. Ugh, it tastes like shit. Oh, it smells like shit. Everybody, this turd smells like shit. Aren't you just like announcing how you like are consuming that which you are grossed out by? If it were me and I were appalled at what I was seeing on the screen, if it were me and someone served me a big turd sandwich right in front of my face, I would immediately get it away from my face. I wouldn't sit here and announce to the room and be like, everybody, do you notice the giant turd that's in our faces right now? I don't know if you're new to this, but there's a big juicy turd right there. It stinks. Doesn't it stink, everybody? Oh, everybody, doesn't this turd stink? No one else is smelling the turd, dude. It's just you. No one else wants to put their face up to it. If they're watching, it's because they want to. If they're consuming my content, it's because there's something they like about it. But if you're just gonna look around the room and sniff a fucking turd and then tell the room how you sniffed a turd, like, hello, we're all here. We know how it goes. Like, everybody sees the same turd you do. It's just some people who don't like that. You know, some people have a fecal fetish. Some people are scatophiliacs, right? And for us scatophiliacs, we're just going to hang out and have a good time. But if you are appalled and grossed out by a giant fucking turd right here, it's within your power to just swipe that turd away. Just flush it down. You don't have to consume it. Okay? Nobody is telling you eat this fucking turd right now. Tell everybody about the turd. Nobody is going to do that. Nobody. So, trolls are... The funniest part about being a troll, or about these trolls generally, is that they really think they're fucking doing something. Boy, oh boy, do they really think they're gonna, ooh, I got one. I'm gonna hurt her feelings so bad. Well, no, actually. You're just telling everybody how you have zero self-control. Oh, bending over is awesome. Cool, I didn't even have to go do that anyway. I dropped everything for nothing. Yes, money, I will give you more wet food. Please hold. Nose is running. Come here, cat. Ooh, you got air. Yeah, I don't understand the whole concept of being mean to someone that you don't know. Yeah, it's my real hair. How did I injure it? I injured it by just doing basic movements. I'm just getting old. And so now I'm going to try to work out without hurting my neck. I'm probably not going to be able to do too much. I'm not sure how much like counter pressure I can handle. I mean, honestly, as long as I don't move my neck, I think I'm fine. Push-ups are a little hard. I think I'll be all right. I'm kind of trying to convince, like, I don't think I'm really hurt. I think it's just a little crick. It just needs to be massaged. It needs to be popped. It needs to be exercised. It needs to be loosened up, and then it needs to be rolled on the exercise ball, whatever the fucking the tube. Whenever I hurt myself or I have any kind of muscle or bone pain, joint pain, I just exercise and strengthen and loosen. I relax and strengthen the muscles surrounding the area that is in pain by exercising and doing some light yoga. Then I will do like massage. I'll massage the areas that need massaging, and I will do the roller thing to try and help realign everything. But I do have this thing I want to try. I've not used it since I've had neck pain. This is the first in a while. But I got this thing off the TikTok shop. I didn't buy it off the TikTok shop. Someone did, and then someone took it to Goodwill where I found it for $2. So I wish I had a sauna. Oh my gosh. I have a bathtub. So I don't take Norco. I can literally feel my whole body slightly turned to the left like this. Literally, like laying flat, I feel like it's like this. My left hip is raised up. Okay, I definitely slept funky. I think that's the entirety of my problem. I can totally feel the exact spot where my neck is cricked. Like I can feel what needs to be adjusted. Just don't know if I can hold my own head up. Crap. Something just cracked in my shoulder. Okay, I'm I know what's going on here. I think that's the spot. It's definitely my left arm. Ooh. Mm. Mm. Stop rolling over my baby hairs. Fuck. Ah. This corner, babe. Dude, no way. I think it worked. It works having this pressure here, I know that. It's still a little tender. A little tender. You just can't go all the way over. Cute. Ah. What the fuck did I do with my microphone? Oh. Is it about to die? No, there it goes. Okay. I know what to do. I'll be right back. I sure hope I didn't lock myself out my front door just now. Okay. I think I have the cord. Yes, I do. Ugh, I can't reach. Oh my gosh, I've never used this on a floor before. I'm so excited right now.
Okay, this is great. Thank you guys for all the likes. I super appreciate that. Okay. I'll be back in a few minutes. I mean, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I have to go pee, but then I'm gonna be gone for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm not sure.
Tell me what you see. Is this a picture of what true love looks like? Perhaps a serendipitous romance for the ages? Yes, we're talking about the marriage of Ivanka Trump, the daughter of Donald Trump, President of the United States, and Jared Kushner, who's from a family with very close ties to Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. And now they're trying to build some kind of fancy version of Epstein Island in Albania that just so happens to be on an old Soviet military base. And Trump has basically been giving
We sure wish you could see.
over everything in the Middle East since 2016. Now, I'm sure all of this could be coincidence, just two people who fell in love representing two powerful geopolitical interests, and none of it was
Lower
planned.
back.
Just hear me out.
Intensity on
Hear the
high.
idea for a second, that maybe,
We'll just
just
do
maybe, there's a little bit more to this story.
My
and
life has always been really rooted in my family. I'm lucky to be married to my
unwind.
best friend.
Recover.
How do you guys talk about the tough days that lifts me up? Greatest champion. He's the best dad ever.
That's right, best dad ever, and definitely not a Mossad asset, and totally not a foreign honeypot operation.
But when you look at what Jeffrey Epstein was doing, and you look at what Jared Kushner was doing, sort of being a, whatever you want to call it, right? Like a rainmaker, putting all these people at the table, trying to arrange scenarios to get certain results.
Ooh, shoulders
working,
cracked.
Sort of with government, but also outside of government. Would it be completely crazy to say that Jared Kushner is working in an Epstein-like fashion?
I think the idea that we have a number of these shadowy figures like Jared Kushner,
Where's the one that
completely
just does
unelected,
like
puppet master, and
the
controlling government
roles?
officials
Is
has
that this
gone
one?
from fringe conspiracy to very much mainstream consensus over the past several years. I mean, after years and years of speculation, the Vice President of the United States basically went on Joe Rogan, affirmatively confirming that Jeffrey Epstein was an Israeli spy.
Look, he clearly had connections to the highest levels of American intelligence. He clearly had connections to the highest levels of Israeli intelligence.
But with Epstein now neutralized, could Jared Kushner, as Tim Dillon suggests, be running a similar kind of operation today? And if so, just how did he maneuver himself into that power? Jared Kushner was born January 10, 1981, and raised in an influential modern Orthodox Jewish family in Livingston, New Jersey. His grandparents, Joseph and Ray Kushner, were Holocaust survivors from Poland, and his father Charles is a multi-billion-dollar real estate mogul and a major donor to pro-Israel and Jewish causes. More about him in a second. But among the regular guests in the Kushner household during Jared's youth was a then rising star in Israeli politics named Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu. Now, the bond between the Kushners and Bibi was so close that during one trip to New Jersey, it was reported that a young Jared Kushner once lent Benjamin Netanyahu his bed. Sleepovers with Netanyahu. Kind of reminds me of another alleged honeypot connection, Erica Kirk, and how she was hanging out with the son of Netanyahu before meeting and falling in love with Charlie Kirk. And not days after his assassination, the media company that runs the Charlie Kirk show officially registered as a foreign agent of Israel. Another coincidence, I'm sure, but I digress. Back to Jared. He was reunited with Netanyahu a few years later in 1988 on a tour of a Nazi concentration camp in Poland before flying to Israel to, quote, complete the journey from slaughter to Zionist rebirth. At Harvard, Jared Kushner was a core fixture and megadonor of the campus Chabad. Now, officially, Chabad is a global Orthodox Jewish movement known for running outreach centers. You've probably likely seen them in your city or community, and I would say years past, I probably wouldn't have thought twice about it. But recently, Tucker Carlson alleged that Chabad was stoking the Iran war to advance a theological agenda on behalf of the state of Israel, namely the rebuilding of the Third Temple.
Well, what is Chabad exactly? Chabad, you can look it up, is a very old organization, about 250 years old. And it's a branch of Hasidic Judaism. It's an organization that was overseen for many years by a guy called Rabbi Schneerson, who was famously in Brooklyn, considered the Messiah by some of his followers, who was a friend of the president's, or certainly some of the president's visitors, very powerful man with the Hasidic community. And he was the overseer of Chabad, which predated him and outlasted him, but he was its most visible ambassador. And Chabad has been pushing in a pretty subtle way, unless you look carefully, for the reconstruction of the Third Temple.
Now, just to be clear, we don't know if Chabad is a bona fide intelligence asset of Israel, although there certainly exists a nexus of shared Zionist donors, which has prompted even some American Jewish publications to criticize Chabad's recent extremist turn. Still, many Zionist and Jewish organizations condemn Tucker's statements as an anti-Semitic conspiracy, to which I say the best ones usually are. Now, among Jared's mentors at Harvard was none other than law professor Alan Dershowitz, Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer.
The Dersh.
This is where things start to get a little bit more juicy. According to an FBI informant in a document released in the Epstein files, Dershowitz told U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta that Epstein belonged to both U.S. and allied intelligence services,
I want
and
to
that
scoot up a
Dershowitz
little more.
regularly debriefed with Mossad during the trial. For the record, this is a claim that Dershowitz has denied publicly.
I was Epstein's lawyer. I tried desperately to get him a good deal when he was first arrested. I went to the prosecution with everything we had. I asked Epstein over and over again, what can you tell me? Did you work for the government? Did you do anything for the government? If he had done anything for the government, first person he would have told would be me, and I would have gone to the government and said, well, you can't prosecute this guy. You have to let him off the hook. He's worked for the government. There isn't one iota of proof.
You mean what exactly happened?
Claim that he worked for the Israeli government.
Now, wait a minute. If Dershowitz's claim is that if Epstein was Mossad, he could have gotten him off easily, which isn't that what happened? In a now infamous quote, when asked why he agreed to a federal non-prosecution agreement with Jeffrey Epstein, letting him off the hook with just state-level prostitution charges instead of a federal sex trafficking charge, Alex Acosta allegedly replied, quote, I was told Epstein belonged to intelligence and to leave it alone. So I'm not exactly sure the logic behind that particular line of defense, because Epstein did pretty much get off scot-free. Anyway, on page 2 of the same FBI document, the informant also alleged that Trump had been compromised by Israel and that Jared Kushner is the real brains behind his organization and presidency. So again, just to recap, we know for a fact...
I've been literally saying this for fucking 10 years.
Including being close friends with...
Y'all are just coming into this fucking Kushner shit?
Since he was in his teens, and also involved with the Chabad in college, and also he was a mentee of Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. Those are all certifiable facts. But the question is, just how did he work his way into Trump's orbit? So the story goes like this. In 2007, Ivanka Trump is introduced to Jared Kushner by a Jewish diamond merchant named Moishe Lax, under the guise
Moishe
of
Lax?
with their first meeting being at a kosher steakhouse called the Prime Grill near Trump Tower. Just a little networking lunch, no big deal. Anyway, we're told that they immediately hit it off, but they hit a bit of a roadblock because she wasn't Jewish. Ivanka would then eventually agree to undergo a months-long conversion to Orthodox Judaism, and the couple married in October of 2009 at Trump National Golf Course in Bedminster, New Jersey. I'm going to go on a bit of a non-secular for a second, but isn't the whole claim made by Zionists about Israel is that the Jewish people have been indigenous to that land for 3,000 years, but if anybody can just convert, do they still have the same claim to that land? Just asking. Anyway, mission accomplished for Jared, if such a mission ever existed. But I think to truly understand how Jared operates, we have to talk about the crazy story with his dad, Charles, who, remember, I told you I was going to get back to.
Something just cracked.
Charles Kushner was facing federal tax evasion and illegal campaign finance charges when he learned that his sister Esther and her husband William Shoulder were cooperating with federal prosecutors led by Chris Christie, the U.S. attorney for the District of New Jersey at the time. Charles then proceeded to try to blackmail his own brother-in-law by recruiting a prostitute to lure him into a motel room rigged with hidden cameras to have sex with him. He then watched the tape and, according to a federal complaint, quote, expressed satisfaction and later mailed the physical tape directly to his own sister right before a family gathering to terrorize her into silence. That, of course, did not work. She turned the tapes right over to the feds, and Charles eventually pled guilty to 18 counts of illegal campaign contributions, tax evasion, and witness tampering. Now, because of this, when Trump was elected president, Jared Kushner intervened to have Chris Christie fired from the Trump transition team for prosecuting his father, Charles, saying that it should have never been prosecuted and that it was, quote-unquote, something that should have been handled by the rabbis. That's what he said. I am not joking. I wish I was.
The day that Trump was naming me, he went into Trump's office and said, "You can't do this," and made the argument against me in front of me.
In front of you?
Oh, yeah.
And what was the argument?
I'm immoral, I'm a bad person.
And you're sitting there.
Oh, yeah. And said that, it should have never been prosecuted. It wasn't a crime. It was something that should have been handled by the rabbis. This was a family.
Ooh-wee!
Oh. That's good.
Jesus fucking Broomhilda. Good God.
Title 18 of the U.S. Code.
Ugh.
You really can't make this stuff up.
Again?
If he did, it would probably be deemed very anti-Semitic. But you can see, by 2016, Jared had fully transformed basically into Trump's primary political gatekeeper, a handler, you might even say. And he ended up securing a full...
Friggin' Broomhilda over here is twisting me in half. What am I, fucking soda cap? Jesus Christ!
U.S. senior intelligence security staff denied Jared clearance over concerns regarding foreign leverage, they tell us, until Trump personally stepped in to override them. But once he was in, Jared was able to ingratiate the Trump administration with the upper echelon of global power, encouraging Zionist mega donors like Sheldon Adelson,
Ooh-wee fucking Christ.
Rothschilds, the infamous European banking family with deep historical ties to both international finance and Israel. Speaking of which, in a recent interview, Ivanka claimed that her and Jared just happened to stumble upon this untouched Albanian island on a boat ride, which they are now working to build a luxury resort on.
I'm working on an incredible project with my husband in the Mediterranean. It's massive in scale.
I think that's an understatement. Can you
Yes,
explain?
it is.
There's no
very-
power on this island. You're building everything from scratch.
Correct. It's an unbelievable, beautiful 1,400 hectare private island in the middle of the Mediterranean. We were on a friend's boat and we stopped for a swim. Effectively, that's how we found it. We swam to the islands. We went on a hike, barefoot all the way up to the top, and we were just captivated.
Does anybody actually believe Ivanka and Jared hiked barefoot to the top of this remote island? Because the truth is that they were on a super yacht owned by Nathaniel Rothschild, who is a close friend of Jared's when they went to that island. And despite how she described the island as some kind of remote, pristine, untouched land, it's actually an old Soviet military base with miles and miles of tunnels and 3,600 bunkers. Epstein Island 2.0? Anybody? Maybe? Allegedly? Anyway, perhaps most important is that Jared Kushner has been the chief architect and primary driver of Trump's Middle East strategies in both his first and second term. For example, in 2016, Jared played a key operational role in the decision to move the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, something Israel's been wanting for decades. He also convinced Trump to recognize Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights after reportedly giving him a quick history lesson. That's all it takes, a little bit of education, a quick crash course in history, and voila. Jared was also a key architect and negotiator of the Abraham Accords, which normalized relationships between Israel and the UAE, Bahrain, Sudan, and Morocco. In 2021, Jared secured a $2 billion investment from Saudi Arabia's wealth fund and began routing that Gulf capital directly into Israeli tech and defense-linked companies, basically creating what I would call an economic web where the capital from these Gulf states is directly now tied to Israeli stability. And recently, he's been central to Trump's Middle East efforts post-October 7th, including the plan to turn war-torn Gaza into a luxury Mediterranean destination. Just funny how all of Trump's endorsed Middle East policies have been quite favorable to Israel, including now fighting a war he promised he was never going to get us into, even though he famously rebuked Israel when he was first running for office back in 2015.
You know what you're not going to support me, and you're not going to support me because I don't want your money. He raised $125 million, which means he's controlled totally controlled by the people that gave him the money. That's why you don't want to give me money, okay? But that's okay. You want to control your own politician. That's fine. What's really important to me is...
Oh, you don't want to give me the money. That's fine. He's literally admitting that if you give me the money, I will do what you want right now.
And what I'm insinuating, of course, is whether all this is proof of a covert foreign intelligence operation, the honeypot of honeypots, where Kushner was able to, through marriage, acquire a seat at the table with Trump in order to do the bidding of a foreign country.
Anyone with Ivanka would be a power couple, so it's she's really amazing. I when we started dating, I told her that if I wasn't so attractive, or she'd just be my best friend.
Honestly, we don't know for sure, even though there are multitudes of coincidences.
Why can't your wife be your best friend?
I would argue in a way, it almost doesn't really matter. I think the reality is that the reason so many people, myself included, gravitate towards these kinds of grand espionage plots is due to the fact that it gives us kind of a weird sense of comfort. Because I think it's easier to believe that it's not our government that is corrupt. It's just that it's been subverted by some rogue outside force. But what if the truth is much simpler? What if the American government wasn't infiltrated by the covert Mossad operation, but simply sold out in broad daylight to the highest bidder? Donald Trump was handed a $250 million check by Mary Mandelson to be more pro-Israel. Thomas Massey, a sitting Kentucky congressman, was targeted and ousted in
Just a little bit more. Come on. Pop.
Campaign heavily financed by the Israel lobby simply because he repeatedly voted against foreign aid and foreign intervention. And it goes without saying, vast swaths of the American media and digital ecosystem
It's
are
like
now
right
under
there.
the stewardship of pro-Israel mega donors and billionaires. Look, I just want to say I've traveled to many parts of this country. I see beautiful people, wonderful folks from every walk of life working hard every single day. But I also see roads and bridges continuing to crumble. I see housing costs skyrocket. I see local communities rotting
Oh
from
my
the inside
God,
out.
that's the
average
fucking
American looks around
good
and
stuff
watches
right
all of
there.
their hard-earned tax
Ho,
dollars
ho,
shipped
ho,
off
ho.
into tens of billions to fund foreign wars and overseas real estate hubs.
It's making me
We
twitch.
want and deserve an explanation. And I don't know what the answer is, to be honest with you, other than, for one reason or another, be it an
What was
elaborate
that?
honeypot scheme or just standard DC swampy
Oh, it's my
corruption,
dog.
the American government has just simply decided to stop putting Americans first. Simple as that. That is it for me today. Let me know what you think about Jared Kushner. Was he a Mossad honeypot, or maybe just a reflection of what business as usual looks like for America? Sound off in the comment section below. Also, I love putting together a more comprehensive piece like this for you guys. It's fun for me. I get to dive into the research, but it just takes a little bit more time and effort. So if you want to see more pieces like this, please support my journalism. You can go to my website, 5149jameslee.com, sign up to become a member, or there's also an option to give a one-time donation, no subscription necessary. or you can buy some merch, including the brand new Bureau of Honeypot Investigation shirt, which comes in green and blue. I'm wearing the green version right now. I think it looks pretty sick, super cozy, and picking one of these up is just one of these ways that can help, keep me insulated from corporate media and advertisers. But if you can right now, no worries at all. Please just do me a big favor and hype this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to the channel.
That
Turn
was
on
the good
notification bell
stuff.
so you can be the first to know when my next video drops. As always, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next one.
It's the master plan, and we're working with a group of people who have been working on master plans for the last 2 years.
So there are plans already.
We have plans already. We have a master plan already. And by the way, Jared's been pushing this, and we're working together on it. And I think if the world saw the progress so far, they'd be pretty impressed.
Jared's face.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back into the episode of The Lawyer You Know. Today we're breaking down.
Okay. What chord goes with any chord?
I disagree with that decision, and why it could possibly have some negative ramifications down the line. And then we're going to get to the ultimate issue in this case. Do you believe Lindsay Clancy heard voices that told her to do something that she could not?
This motherfucker's gonna massage the shit out of my neck.
Know whether or not
I should put this on my neck. I should put my eye massager on, and I should just like float away. Huh? Huh?
You're on the jury. Do you believe that? We're also going to talk about when this case is going to come to a close.
Listen, everybody needs one of those.
And what the rest of the schedule is.
One of those things.
this week.
That thing
The
is
jury
fucking
has got to know
awesome.
that things are getting closer and closer to coming to an end. So much happened today. We're going to get to it. We're going to answer your questions.
Ooh, we
Hit that
don't
like
call
button.
anybody racist bigots. That's not very nice. I'm gonna assume that Sonic is an asshole, so we'll just... It automatically retracted it. But we don't like to say those nasty words.
I did want to take a second and talk a little bit about
One of my posts on TikTok is blowing up, but it has caused me to be more censored. Yes. Yes. And if you try to monetize your account, they will stop pushing your videos. My videos were getting hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube or Facebook, and then they offered me to monetize my Facebook account. I monetized my Facebook, and then immediately, literally that day, each video had 100 views. The video before that was like 100,000. I got this massaging pad from TikTok. Do you follow me on TikTok? Because it's in my TikTok shop right now. I can't remember the name of it. Homedics. It's Homedics. I can't remember what it's called. Let me see if I can find out the name. So then you don't have to buy it from like my TikTok. You can just buy it off of Amazon or something. Hang on, let me find it for you. Okay. Place my first order. What do you mean? I've ordered many things. Okay, that's weird. I don't want to be in TikTok shop. I just want to be in regular TikTok. Where's my TikTok stuff? I can't figure out how to do this on the phone, on the website. It keeps taking me to like this TikTok shop page, but like it's not showing any of the stuff I've ever gotten on Facebook, TikTok shop, whatever. Did I put it in my TikTok shop folder? No, of course not, because that would be too organized. I'll show you. So, let's see. Look at that. 16 million views. I didn't get a news article written about me. This video right here, this is the back massager that I'm going to be using here in a minute. Where's the inflatable? Oops. Where's the inflatable thing at? I don't think it was a very popular video. I cannot remember. Let me try to search my name. Rugged Tuft space Homedics. It's just finding me a bunch of wow, you're fucking retarded. Home edX. Back stretcher. Ah, there it is. Okay, that's what it's called. Home edX. It's called the Home edX back stretcher. This is what it is. That's what the box looks like. I'm trying to find my own video to click the link, but none of my videos were very popular. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there's no link on my video. Yeah, it's called the Home edX back stretcher. Back stretching mat. And it is awesome. Yeah, it's great. I called it Broomhilda because that thing is like, you know, one of those fucking Swedish massage therapists. Shit was twisting me like I was a soda cap. I thought I was gonna carbonate. Alright, I am gonna go poop real quick. Squatting like that has made my guts move, which is great. Also, doing that probably helped my guts move. I've been constipated for 2 days. So I'm gonna go poop real quick, and then I'll be back. And we'll listen to something in the meantime. I better hurry. I don't want my poop to go away.
Baron Coleman. We haven't even gotten to the best part yet. I'm about to get to the best part. Let's just move through to that. Let's move right through to the absolute best part. Let me just say, I'll just write this. This is what the segment's called, okay? This is what we'll call it. Just to give you a little, not even a spoiler alert. I'm just going to say round 2. That's it. That's what the segment's called. Let's go. So Baron Coleman's here. He said, I saw Candace Owens take Smoke Boy out in 4K HD camera footage. You could see her get in position. You can see her get into position, line them up, and take them down. The evidence she did it is overwhelming. That's actually hilarious. That is actually hilarious. That is so funny. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. Why did it say that post was deleted? Huh? Let me see something here. What if I reset it? What happens? It's still there. It's not deleted. What are you talking about? X is feeding me bad information right now. But a lot of people don't believe that. Just like that person was saying in the chat, they believe that Andrew won. There's a reason I don't believe Andrew won, and it's because of this right here. Bang. If you don't know who this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Brian Atlas of the Whatever Podcast, the host of the Whatever Podcast. Oh, this is sad. This is sad. Okay? They say $100,000 to Candace Owens to debate Andrew Wilson, round 2 on my podcast. Dang, you know you lost when this happens. You 100% lost once this happens. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. This is what doesn't happen. This is what doesn't happen. Okay? Michael Jordan doesn't win an NBA championship and do that jump with his tongue out and grab the trophy, the hat on, and cry with it. And then the next day he says, let's run it back, boys. Let's run it back. No. Let's run it back immediately. That's not what Michael Jordan does. He says, where's the ring? Oh, that's it there? Oh, that's nice. Oh, you sized it, did you? That's nice. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that fits real good. That's snug. I like that. That's what he does after he wins. If Andrew won, why the hell do you need a round 2? What are you talking about? Huh? Oh, goodness. Not only did you lose, you're still trying to go for the defamation stuff. That's what's happening here. That's all I have to say. He actually attached this to his July 15th post where he was offering Candace Owens $100,000. Last offer, do you accept? That's already happened. It was $300,000. Now he's saying round 2 on his podcast. Lionel. Oh, Lionel. Oh, too long from Lionel. Oh, gosh. I'll do it anyway. Let's go. No mas. That's it. Candace Owens will never venture forth again with this. Whatever that was. And I don't speak for her, mind you. No, she will never relitigate this train wreck. However, if anyone is seeking my advice, should there be someone of requisite intelligence, someone... The only reason I know that word is because of Requiem for a Dream. You ever seen that movie? It's the only reason I know that word. Intelligence. Someone who was not immediately repulsed to the majority of thinking citizens, a true debater, not some greasy bombast with relentless leg syndrome. Oh, with restless leg syndrome. That might be different. That might be a different story. Again, my opinion, unsolicited. But not only will that never happen again, but
I can't put that there.
Should wave goodbye to whatever trajectory he thought his career was on. P.S.
Rugged Tuft, Liquid IV invites you.
An amount less than even Pickles offered her for round 2. This is a joke or an attempted reprise and reimagining of Lorne Michaels' famous 1976 offer to reunite the Beatles on SNL for the princely sum of $3,000. At least Michaels knew he was doing comedy. Jeez. No mas. That's it. Oh my gosh, that is funny. Jeez, Lionel, just beautifully.
No.
Someone else said, so y'all are begging for free bread at this point.
Needs a lot more juice.
Ian Carroll steps in. You know you.
That might be too much juice for it.
The next day. Oh gosh.
Hmm.
And then Brian actually responds to Ian. He says, "You've had a standing debate invitation, Ian. Happy to discuss terms. Any reason you won't debate him? What for?"
Okay, well,
I
we'll
don't
give it a little
understand
while.
What for at this point? Right? I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's so weird. Only the loser begs for a second debate. Donald Trump. I was gonna say I'm good friends with Erica, Turning Point, all those guys. They're good guys, and Charlie was a great man. He was a great man. I haven't spoken about 10 words about the guy, but he's a good man. I was gonna say this Andrew Wilson guy, I was gonna say he won the debate, but then I heard someone told me on my team he's asking for a round 2. This open consensus said to offer 100,000.
Before I play the video that I recorded hours ago, I just want to take a second to say thank you so much for all of the love, support, and rallying around me that you guys have done. I very much appreciate it. It's been an extremely difficult year for me, as you can imagine, and nothing that you guys say is taken for granted. And I don't feel it's like owed to me. I'm trying to figure out how to word it, but just know I'm very grateful for all the time, energy, and even thought that you guys give me. That goes for my friends, acquaintances,
What's this all about?
colleagues, other creators, and viewers. I very much appreciate it.
All right, let's see if we can do a little.
This is what they want. They want attention. They want to jumpstart her career, again, with a lot of views and a lot of algorithm support. How you can support me is not click on her videos to even tell her that she's a homewrecker. Not even to click into thumbs down it.
Wait, what?
That would be the most helpful. Secondary.
What happened with Megan Plays?
And
I don't know who this is.
because I stream regularly now here, TikTok, and Twitch. There's my self-promo for everything that's happening. Please do not download this video and put it in its full capacity up on TikTok. That directly hurts me. But you can use clips of it and then send people here to watch the whole thing. Thank you. I have a lot to say, but I'm going to try to keep it as concise and level-headed as possible. My ex-best friend came back to the internet, Leah Ash, after home-wrecking my marriage with my husband, who is as equally responsible as she is. I welcomed her into my life, I let her become my sister, and then she planted seeds to seduce my husband. But she fell for it, because he's
An idiot.
not a good person either. These actions have caused me to lose half the time with my daughter, who missed her first steps, as we know. My home, and most recently, my insurance. So I can't even go see my therapist anymore because it's too expensive and I can't afford it.
Girl, you have 3 million subscribers. What do you mean you can't afford to go to a fucking therapist? That's bullshit.
I know they want me to come on here and be filled with rage, and
Please don't sit and talk to your audience who actually cannot afford therapy.
this is all causing me
She has 1 million views on this video. She posted it less than a day ago. That's at least like
I'm not gonna lie.
couple grand. Use that for therapy. That's not fair.
Release the recordings, do everything, and
Take
just
some responsibility.
let it blow over so that Leah can come back and make money. It's Leah's God-given right, I guess, to make content if she wants, but that doesn't make her a good person. It doesn't make her anybody that I think anyone should support. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna
This neck injury is making me keep my neck even more straight than normal.
People say I'm dragging it, and I think those people mostly just want attention. But this is something I live with every single day, and it has traumatized me beyond belief.
I bet, girl. The humiliation, the rage.
They betrayed me, and they took away half the time I spent with my daughter.
She wanted to be you, girl.
Sorry. I have some notes here. And I want to try to keep this as objective and factual as possible, because I don't want my message to get lost underneath rage and tears. So, people say I'm dragging it, but I cannot express enough how badly I want it all to end. And when I mean it all, I mean it all. I struggle every single day. I fight every single day to stay alive.
Well, you got a kid. You can't talk like that.
And that is not one of them.
You're gonna let a man ruin your life and take you down like that when you've got a kid? Show your kid you're more powerful.
Because I have to edit in some screenshots.
You got to be tough for your kid.
I'm taking really big breaks in between.
I don't like when people talk like that. Even when they're going through something bad, you can't.
And I show the confident version.
Can't do that. You've got kids, especially like if you were in poverty and like you were seriously couldn't feed yourself and you were going through something that takes away everything you could. I could understand that, but she's rich. Like she could take care of her basic needs. She could afford to get some free time and time to cry and think. She can afford to keep herself fed.
Until she disappears. And that is the only real accountability I feel like she can do me at this point.
Girl, just block her.
Leave my daughter alone and make sure I don't have to live my life parallel to her.
You were gonna. That's just the way of it. You have to accept it, mama. You have to accept it. The man you have a child with, when you break up, if you break up. Okay, this is, you might not know this information, but let me just clue you in on this. If you have a child with someone and then you split up, there is a good possibility that your partner, ex-partner, will meet someone else in the future and your child will be around someone else. You cannot set rules for your ex-partner. You have to accept the reality, unfortunately. Like you could have agreements in place, like, hey, just not like a stream of new women all the time. But unfortunately, okay, that's your child's father. And if that is the example he is going to give her of what a father is, there is nothing you can do about it aside from the fact that trying to get full custody. The other thing that you could do is find yourself a good man who will, or hold on, just before you jump, a good man who will take care of you and treat you right. But that is going to take years and years and years. So what you need to do is show your daughter that when things like this happen, when people inevitably screw you over, because they will, it's going to happen, how you handle that situation is ultimately how your child is going to handle situations like that in the future. What your child watches you do is what their monkey see, monkey do. You could tell your child, put your plate in the sink after you're done, but if your child sees you leaving your plate on the table and you don't do anything with it, guess what? The habit is not going to just form because you said words. You have to live it. Okay? Like, I sympathize with her. Her whole situation, I do remember this situation. I remember when it happened on TikTok. I do sympathize with her situation, but like, you're a mom. There isn't an option for... Okay, so you're going to micromanage your ex-husband's life. You're going to be so concerned what he's doing with who, and if your daughter is there, you're going to be flipping out. You're going to be stalking him. You're going to be checking to make sure he's doing what he said he was. That is no way to live. You have to just trust that your daughter is meant to experience this life, and that is what is ultimately going to shape her future. Things are inevitably going to happen that are not good, and you can't protect your child. You cannot protect your child from bad things. The only thing you can do is show your child how to handle bad situations. It just eats me up when I fucking hear people do, my man left me and I felt like killing myself. Girl, you have a daughter. You cannot even talk like that. She'll see this video. Inevitably, eventually, one day. Like, come on, dudes.
Let's talk about her hair.
You want a therapist? I'll charge less than your
I'm sure
therapist.
she's going blonde, whatever. I don't know why she would do that. She's a winter. It's gonna look chopped, and it already looks chopped. Go ahead, fry your hair off. Like, I don't care. Her hair looks so, like, it's effed up. It's bad. It's real bad. I don't care. If she wants to go blonde, that's not gonna do her any favors. So be it. Now, I know that
Digging at the other girl personally on her looks. Obviously, you thought she was cute. You were her friend.
A year after it happened, and I told my ex, you should have Leah sign an NDA, because when you guys break up, because you eventually will, she's gonna come on the internet and she's gonna say that you manipulated her and you made her think that this was going to work. And I have something to say about that later. And so the line of,
I can't believe how much like this makes my neck not hurt.
I think was,
I think I might need to go put a tank top on so I can see my shoulders and see if I'm even. La-da-da-da-da. I could technically do it in this, but I think this sports bra is a little too small. It's tight like a toiga.
there was 3 or 4 instances in the conversation where she would just mirror my opinion, even if it completely contradicted what I just said. And so I even said to Zach, like, I really like her, she's really nice, but I don't think she has her own opinions. I think she just agrees with whatever everyone says. And as my friendship got deeper with Leah, that's true. Leah is a covert narcissist, and she will play victim to get out of accountability. I've seen her do it multiple times. Oh, Leah's so nice, she's so sweet, she doesn't deserve this, like, look at her, she feels so bad. Leah only cares about the image of herself as opposed to how her actions affect others. That is why she is still with Zach. That is why she is still my daughter. Not because she genuinely feels bad.
Live by example. Be the change you want to see in the world.
And that's a fact. I have a
Ooh, my
list
knee
of
just
all
cracked.
the times that Leah has lied to me that I know about. She has this very big victim complex. I've just seen it multiple times.
Girl, so do you!
Some fallouts with her friends.
Girl, so do you.
It's never about
So do you,
how
I'm
she
telling you.
hurt them.
You are the
It's never
victim,
about,
but the words coming out of your mouth are not emotionally stable
yes, you may think you're a bad
or
person.
mentally healthy.
In 2016, me and Leah had a bit of a fallout, and I didn't know why. One day she unfollowed me on Twitter. I thought it was weird. I went to her YouTube, and for 2000,
Could you imagine if like you had friends that were content creators and they just like unfollow you? And then you have to go to their YouTube and like see?
video titled By Felicia. And
Can't even
in that
imagine.
video,
I'm so grateful to be alone sometimes.
she indirectly referenced me. She made me seem like a villain.
Oh, Gio, send me the video of yours that's going viral on TikTok so I can share it to my Facebook or something.
That was really confusing to me. And since then, I had been trying to win Leah's approval back because for some reason I felt very deeply that her and I would get along and be friends.
That's what happens when you have pick-me energy, girl.
She thought my
You meet people like this.
attempts were
These types of people cannot victimize you if you are not desperate for friends or relationships.
I don't like people have trust issues. That's okay. What I don't like is liars. I worked hard to try to repair me and Leah's friendship because I wanted her to come to me in Zach's wedding. I told her straight up, I really want you and her ex at the time to come to our wedding. I'm trying to fix this. And she basically said no. She said, no. Like, we're leaving it in the past and we're moving on from you guys. I said, okay.
Okay.
Later I find out, on my wedding night, that she told people that she was not invited to my wedding.
Oh my god. She told people she wasn't invited when you actually invited her?
When I asked about that years later, she said,
Stop
"I don't know
it."
what to say. I said, say that I invited you and you didn't feel comfortable going, not that we did not invite you.
Could you
So
imagine
you kind of see
what it
how
must be
things
like
get a little twisted
to have to deal with
in the
liars?
smallest white
I can't.
lies to make her look like she's been excluded and the victim. Lies that aren't even necessary. People would have completely understood if she did not want to come to our wedding. There was beef, there was drama. So to add that, like, oh, they didn't invite me, that, like, I know that seems like a small thing, but that is their groundwork of who she is
Yes.
and how she moves.
Believe you that. I believe
When I
you.
came into the Royal High Space, she was immediately threatened. She put up ash bear ears right after I released these. I don't want to elaborate on that. I don't need to. When I called her and asked her about it in 2019, I said, it feels like you did this on purpose. It feels like you did this to tell me to get off of your turf and stay out of your space. She was silent. And then she said, I didn't know what else to do. You didn't know what else to do. So
Look at that butt starting to come up out of nowhere.
It's on purpose to tell me to get out of your space. And people, they started attacking me. They said, she's copying me when I was already wearing these. In summer of 2020, there was a 2-month period where I would upload and she would directly upload like 5 minutes after me. I tested this, I did this on many different times, and she tried to bury me multiple times.
That's what Crystal did to me in the beginning. She tried to bury me on
because at this point,
anytime I would advertise dreadlock work, she would immediately post her dreadlock work advertisement in the same group, even though she lives in California, and I'm like a local. And that's how she first started stalking and harassing me.
have like color branding, you know, like Zach is yellow, Ethan is green, I'm pink. I mean, and you could be purple. I said, or you could be pink, I don't care. But you could be purple. She's like, okay. Then later she adopts a pink personality. Fine, I'm not saying that's a copying me. I don't care. But then to turn around and act like I hadn't always been branding with pink was a little bit confusing to me. And then to tell people I'm stealing her identity. If somebody wants to conjure up that tweet, I bet I could find it.
She's stealing your identity, girlfriend. That's why she accused you of that.
Now I know that was just projection.
Yep.
Near the end of our friendship, I caught Leah in a handful of lies. Lies that didn't make sense. We were supposed to go to the zoo, me, Zach, and my daughter, and she was like, I can't wait for the zoo, it's gonna be so fun. Knowing that she already planned to not go. Why not just tell us you weren't gonna go? Why lie and pretend you're going when you already know you're not going and it's in less than like 24 hours? Why not say, oh, actually something came up? Like it's just the micro lies that become very confusing because it's like, okay, what else is there? There was a moment where she almost checked herself into inpatient before all this happened, and I do think that she should still go forward with that.
Of course you do.
Since wrecking my marriage, she quit going to therapy because narcissists do not like to look at themselves in the mirror. They don't like to do the internal work.
I don't understand that. I love staring at myself in that way. I like figuring out what I've done wrong. I don't know. I don't like doing the wrong thing more than once, you know?
Destroyed a family and will forever compare herself to the image of me and wonder if Zach thinks about me still or is in love with me still.
Yeah, you should worry about that.
And
That's what happens when you steal a man from somebody.
We were together a long time and he still sees me and talks to me all the time. In February, Zach kind of indirectly self-launched the idea that he made a mistake. He told me he would regret it forever. He told me he was still in love with me.
Of course he did.
Told me that he was still attracted to me.
Of course he is.
And I let him know that we would never get back together. I told some of my friends and family that, and then Zach stopped.
My head hurts.
Which makes sense. The love that Zach and I had, that doesn't die overnight, especially because he wasn't unhappy.
That's funny. 3 lefts, 1 turned out right.
And we spent all of our time together on the couch laughing. Like Zach and I held hands when we would fall asleep together.
That's creepy.
Every night.
That's weird.
I know this video is a little bit scattered. What can you expect? When she posted those 2 TikToks, it's because Zach and I had been together for 2 hours and she couldn't get a hold of him. So those TikToks are exactly who she is. I'm too lazy to insert the TikToks. So here they are. With Zach. And I see this in my car, I get out of my car. I'm like, wait, this is your girl? This is somebody who feels bad to you?
Oh, that's not my drink. Where's
He
my
went
cup?
home and was like, why did you do that?
You guys are Edgar, especially Kenny. I hit him the most.
What I liked about this one is people, she's never seen someone play with
Ooh,
harmonica
something
ever.
cracked.
Editing note. Leah lies a lot out of self-preservation. That is what I'm about to talk about. That
Something
she
just
will lie
popped.
out of
That fucking felt good.
all the time. To save her image, to twist the narrative, to make her look like she's not evil.
Oh, thank you,
Loves
Jesus.
to lie out of self-preservation. I
Oh,
want to talk
thank
a
you,
little
God.
bit more about Leah's manipulation of the situation.
Thank you, God.
and
Thank
why
you,
I
God.
believe
Thank you. Thank
if they broke
you.
up,
Oh my
she
God,
would
my
come
neck is
online
getting
and try
fixed.
to mess with the scope of what happened.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and I'm gonna be right as rain. I'm gonna be able to go to work. That's what I care about. I need to go to work.
Leah and I came home from Disney World, Disneyland. We went to the Boo Bash or whatever. And my husband was sending her text messages about his longing for her. She showed me those messages. And she was like, I'm confused. I start crying. And I start saying, this sounds like my husband's in love with you. Why else would you say this? I'm crying to her about how I believe my marriage is over.
To her, the woman who's fucking him?
I am distraught.
This poor girl. Like, this redheaded chick is a fucking train
I
wreck.
cannot believe what's happening. I call Zach.
These are the people that you guys think are successful?
To figure it out. And he called Leah. And he called me back.
These are the people that you guys think are successes. That you would be like, oh, she recommended a product, I'm gonna buy it. These are those people? That's crazy.
Zach tried to convince me
It's so crazy that y'all believe these people and spend your money on stuff like that.
they wanted to be.
Couldn't catch me doing it.
The next
I'm a
morning,
fucking train wreck.
I did not think she was on board.
But this is aspirational.
To my best friend. Can you believe this? Like, can you believe that he has this idea that we could all be a throuple, blah, blah, blah. And she's like,
Ew.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's insane. That's, no. I said, did you talk to my husband today? Or did you text my husband today? She said, no. I said, okay. Sometime later, I call Zach. Because the stories are not lining up. He's in Tokyo. That's why I called him. And he says, Leah, you were on board with this. You wanted to do this. And she was like, what? Huh? He was like, am I being gaslit right now? We talked for hours about this. About how we could all be together. And he's like, I don't, not wanting to say that she did that. Editing note, the most despicable thing that she said that got back to me was she was telling Zach, like, everyone's gonna be so jealous of you two hot wives. And I want to be one of your girls. Zach is feeling completely thrown under the bus, completely manipulated, and completely gaslit.
Fuck that guy.
We actually had talked to my husband that day.
Why is she calling him? Why are you calling him your husband?
Text my husband. And then I found
She's
out
still in love with her husband too. She's gonna take him back. Stupid.
She said,
I need water.
I freaked out. My sister was there.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. How people could look at these individuals and be like, yes, that is my idea of success. And then come into my live stream and be like, oh my God, this woman is minding her business, working on herself, taking care of her kid and her animals, working hard, earning money the right way by working hard instead of trying to score the most money you possibly can for the least amount of effort. Like, oh my God, what a train wreck. It's fucking hilarious. And the only reason that I even like go back on it, it's not because I'm like, oh, well, I wonder why. It's not that. It actually makes me concerned for the future. You guys are going to be running the world. Like, this younger generation is inevitably going to be handed over the reins. And I mean, ooh, I have cold water. I put water in the fridge like a grown-up. Look at me go. Ice cold. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Heather. But wait, there's more. I was just gonna be like all excited about the cold water being cold, but I bought some ice. What is that? Shiba Inu has rose 2.1%. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, ice cold liquid IV, dude, it is so good. But they don't ever put enough salt in it, so I have to go back and add more. That's probably good. How dare you? If I make that noise, my dog doesn't get scared. When random loud noises happen. Whoa, that's milk. I almost just fucked up. Poured milk in here. Booty dance. Don't be the fucking disgusting pig. Men are porn-brained, completely porn-brained. It's a shame so many men have so little self-control. Having self-control is the most attractive feature a man can come with. Self-control is the ultimate, like, hot, like, a man who has willpower and self-control is a man that you can trust, a man that you can rely on, a man that you will do what's right, even though there's an easier alternative that might not be so correct or good to do. Oh yeah, is that today, Gio? I think I might have fixed my neck. I'm on the way back. The flesh is weak, it is, but unfortunately, last more than a minute, Bob. That's not what kind of self-control I'm talking about. And see, there you go. Porn-brained. I was not talking about sex at all. And you somehow always have to link it right back to a sexual thing in some capacity. Like, women do not go around thinking about sex all the time. Some women do, and those women are desperate for attention. You can smell it on them. They're not the type of woman that is going to bring any kind of wholeness to your life. That's going to be a woman who takes away from your wholeness. Thursday and Friday. I forgot today's Friday because I left work. I got to work. I was loading up my 4-wheeler and then I hurt my neck. So the dude who I'm working for was like, you need to go home. And I was like, yeah, but I can't afford to go home. So I missed today. And I'm sitting here stressing out. I'm like, okay, I need to work. This was Wednesday. Elliot was begging me to take him to the thrift store and I just don't have the money. I don't have my rent yet. And until my rent, electric, water, and internet is in my thing and like sequestered away, I don't have money to spend. But I did. I spent money at the Scandinavian Festival. I spent money at places that I shouldn't have spent. So I'm stressing out about money. I had to leave work because of my neck today. So I'm sitting here like stressing out like, okay, I'm going to have to work on Sunday. I got to make up this day because today's the 21st. So I've got the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, whatever till the 1st. So I only have this amount of time. And then I was like, oh, well, I'll make it up. That's fine. It'll be okay. It's only a couple $100, that you got to make. So it'll be fine, whatever. And then I got home and my YouTube money came in. YouTube pays you on the 21st of every month. I completely forgot about that. So I got my YouTube money today from not last month, but the month before. So it's pretty nice. Yeah, I do a lot of robbing Peter to pay Paul, but that's what happens when you live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, it is the way it is. I'm grateful and very fortunate that I make enough money that I can afford my rent and I can still exist. Like, it's not like I have to like really live in a uncomfortable way. Sometimes I live uncomfortably and sometimes I don't. But at the end of the day, no matter how uncomfortable I have to live here, it is infinitely more comfortable than the last 5 years of my life has been. So it's really like, if I have to eat beans for like 3 days, it's not going to be like any kind of woe is me for me. As long as I have salt and as long as I can get my hands on carbs, I'll be fine.
I was like, oh my God, get out of my house. Get out of my house right now. What is with the lying? And Zach tells me, we talked on the phone for hours about this.
I wonder if this thing is going to work at all yet.
It's what she wanted. And I told her it could go wrong, but she didn't want to hear that. She said it was only going to work out in her favor. And
no, it doesn't work anymore.
It's
Why?
perfect and it's going to work. Later in the
It is working! It's working!
And she says something along the lines of, I would have
It's
never
working!
crossed that boundary.
Oh my God.
If I knew you weren't okay with it. That's another lie. Everybody knows how territorial I was over Zach.
Oh, Jesus.
She saw me be territorial over Zach many times before that. She saw me crying in the Uber right before, not even 24 hours before, wondering why my husband was in love with another woman. And she has the audacity to say, I would never cross that line if I didn't know you were okay with it. Zach asked her,
oh God,
do you love me? And she said yes. She admitted her feelings to Zach, folded like a lawn chair. And then after that, she said, I would have never crossed that line if I knew you weren't okay with it. I would have never done this because my Grammy was cheated on. And it was the worst thing to happen in my life.
Why would you think your friend would be okay with it? That doesn't make any sense.
So I would have never did that. She said, I feel like Zach manipulated me. He tricked me into saying this stuff. And then I went to Zach and I told him that. And he was like, oh my God, what? No, we talked for hours. She didn't want to hear it. So that's why I believe she will eventually come back and she will say she was manipulated.
Good Lord God Almighty.
When the truth is, it was her. She feigns victim all the time.
Ooh, the heat is on. Yay.
She laughed.
Oh, the battery's gonna get sucked down.
I caught them cheating on me on the same beach that Zach proposed to me. The same beach my sister got married on. They both knew how important that place was to me. Now, people wonder why I don't drag Zach as much. It's honestly because when Clover grows up, I don't want her to see a digital footprint of me berating her father online.
But you do want her to see
She
this?
sees me berating Leah. Clover will know what happened when she's old enough and it's age
I
appropriate.
can literally tell where
will
the
make sure
pain
of
is
that.
coming. Okay.
Something that Zach holds over my head is that somebody is going to attack him and Leah in front of Clover and traumatize her. So I want to make it very clear that I do not condone any violence to these people if you see them, because that is the one thing that he tries to hold over my head to get me to stop talking. Clover's well-being. I don't have to explain the irony in that. Here is a voice memo of me asking Zach why she left.
When I caught you guys first, and Leah said, "Oh, well, this is an awkward situation."
That's because we already made a commitment to each other, and it's like we were going to tell you in the morning.
That's really mean.
I know, I didn't want you to see it. I'd rather have told you in the morning.
What were you planning on telling me? Me and Leah decided that we're going to move on as boyfriend and girlfriend?
We are in love.
And you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend now?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. While we're still married, you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend. That's kind of twisted.
We say we're separated now.
It's just a couple more questions. I guess I know the answer. Are you interested in fixing our marriage?
No. Sorry.
Say it louder.
No.
You are not interested in fixing our marriage. You want to let me go, and you want to explore Leah.
Yes.
Because of what you and Leah did, so you guys get to ride off into the sunset. And this is what I did. I laid awake all night, didn't fall asleep alone. And that is going to be my life. So you can leave now.
So Leah, you're too charismatic, and you're good looking, you're not.
I don't give a shit what you told Leah. I never want to hear her name again. She's blocked on everything and she's dead to me. I will never speak to her again.
Release that video publicly. Like that gets really messy.
Fuck her.
Again, Leah only cares how she's being perceived. Her apology, empty, fluff, no accountability. Much like the apology she gave me after she admitted that she had feelings for my husband and pitched a throuple that I did not agree to. Empty. Focused on her feelings, how she couldn't believe what she did. Although she has a history of talking to other people's men. And the irony in all of it is Zach has already caught her in a lie. And he said to her, in my 8 years with Megan, she never lied to me. And Lee said, stop comparing me to her. I don't know how either of them can ever look at each other and trust each other again. I know that time will tell. And hopefully one day this will all be a very distant memory. And this one comment said greed. She had it all and she wanted more. This is specifically something that Leah and Zach told me. She said, well, I'm an Aries moon. And once I get what I have, I want the next thing. Her quote. Zach said something along the same lines. She shows you who she is. And then she just pretends, oh, I had no idea. She claims ignorance to skirt accountability, and it's worked for her this far.
Oh, I fucking love this fucking thing, dude.
To make any changes in her own behavior.
It feels like I'm laying on someone's thumbs while they're massaging me and they're not complaining about how it hurts their joints.
Not even thumbs down it. Because all that gives her engagement views and gets her an algorithm. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative attention. Let her evaporate. Make her invisible.
Girl, don't say that.
Don't watch her videos. And a year from now, when all of you forget that any of this happened, I'll still be living it. My holidays are different. Clover's birthdays are different.
Oh God, Lord in heaven, praise Jesus.
I'm coping with it. And
This machine's
Hopefully,
motors are so
someday soon,
strong.
I will be happy again. I have to hope. Because all this pain and suffering has to be worth something, right?
It is worth something. You'll see in like 5 years what it's all worth.
I think that's all I have to say. Here's some bonus content for making it to the end of the video. Follow me on Instagram if you don't. I post here the most. Here's Leah's chart if anybody wants to make content on it or find out why she is evil. This is me and Leah's chart, our synastry. This is me and Zach's chart, our synastry.
Girl, are you
And
really
here's
that
Leah's
fucking...
chart. So if anyone wants to make content on it, feel free. Not only that, but if anybody wants to dissect her body language in her video, go for it.
Good
Also, yeah, dude, this shit is fried. She's already lost a lot of... Look how crusty it is. I know I'm not supposed to be bullying anybody, but, like, what is this? And it's only gonna get worse. I called Zach and I was like, she's dying red. He was like, it's only gonna get blonder. She's transitioning to blonde. She's got these blonde streaks. I was like, Zach, I can see her roots. I was like, well, it's gonna take a few sessions. Look how crusty. This is the first session. Like, I do know this is how it goes. You go from...
She's
brown
doing the exact
to
same
red
thing
to
that
red
you do with your
to
hair.
blonde. That's
She's
just
got the
how
streaks.
levels lift.
That's how it goes.
So maybe in
She thinks if she copies you a
2
little
years she'll
more,
be
then
here.
your husband will
But I think
like
in the
her
meantime,
more.
she's
She
gonna
can
enjoy
already
the rest.
sense that
Also,
he's pulling
love the money
away.
pieces. I like how she wore a shirt that covered up her tattoos to make it be like, no guys, look, I'm not insane. She got a Z tattoo right after me when she knew I was getting mine removed. Look how beautiful she used to be. Being an evil bitch makes you so ugly. Now I'm done.
Lego.
Good morning, hi, hello, everybody. Happy Friday, August 21st. It's 11:47 a.m. and I am going to dedicate most of today's show to an issue that's kind of sort of tangentially related to the stuff we have been covering. I have been covering the Reckless Bin, Lego, heist, y'all know. And so on the surface, the story we're covering today doesn't really have much to do with the...
I can't believe I got this thing to
but
work.
you know what? The more I started looking into
That's
it,
great.
it started looking like patterns. I mean, we'll get into it today. But before we get into the Provo Canyon thing, I did want to give y'all an update on the bricks and minifigs thing. I don't know if other folks caught this or will be covering it. So I do want to do this little bricks and minifigs update real quick. Just in case nobody else talks about it, so we stay in a timely fashion. I did go ahead and just take screenshots of it and put it on my web. So they actually updated their Instagram stories yesterday. So I took these pictures at 8:30 p.m. They had been posted 8 hours prior. My time, that's Eastern time. They had been posted 8 hours prior. And so that would be putting like midday yesterday this was posted, and that would have been the day after, pretty much like 24 hours or more after they had announced that they reached a settlement with Brian Mansell. So it's like a bunch. It's like a bunch of pages on their Instagram stories, but I thought we could read them here together. It says, an update from Bricks and Minifigs. We are happy to share that Bam and the Mansell family have reached an amicable resolution and Brian has been made whole. The mediation process allowed both parties to share information and develop a better understanding of what happened. We apologize to the Mansells for their pain and suffering caused by the situation. We're sorry for the concern and loss of confidence this situation has caused among some customers, owners, and communities who care about Bricks and Minifigs. Swipe to see how we're taking additional action.
And it just links you back to their
this
fucking
does
statement.
kind of look similar to the press statement. Some of this stuff looks like maybe a little bit slightly reworded. Trust is earned through actions is the title of this next one. We know people have been concerned, frustrated, and disappointed by some things they've seen and heard in the social media world about bricks and minifigs. Well, girl, they might have seen it on the Pacer docket.
Yummy.
It has raised broader questions about
My neck. I think I've got mostly of it. Mostly situated.
that make bricks and minifigs special.
Oh, everybody's neck needs that right now. Halivore, everybody's. This thing is awesome.
Actions, not just words.
I got that thing off of TikTok. I think it was like $30. That neck massager. It's one of my most viral videos, actually.
There's a little number at the bottom of that. That's slide 1. Now we move to slide 2.
I just found that out 5 minutes ago.
This is news to me. Board leadership expansion. It says we've identified several areas to improve. We've already begun making meaningful changes, including the following. We're expanding our board of directors to include outside perspectives and a franchisee voice. I swear, if they're about to announce Reckless Ben is on the board of Bricks and Minifigs now, I am going to laugh. We're expanding our board of directors to include outside perspectives and a franchisee voice because we believe our growing brand benefits from broader experience, stronger oversight, and constructive input. The legal process doesn't change our responsibility to listen, learn, and improve. Period. Well, where was this ever before? Okay, like literally ever. Now, I'm very curious as to what this means, outside perspectives, because from what I understand, there's already an outside perspective on the board through this fractional leader, the Darren Hicks. I already thought he was already an outside voice, but I don't know if that means they're going to be putting somebody else on the board from outside. What does this mean? Outside perspectives. Anyway, next slide. Vetting with higher standards. Okay, so yeah, right, again. So we've heard this before. Pretty much some different version or iteration of everything ever is Crystal Law's fault or Brian Mansell's or Ben's fault. Nothing at all whatsoever is ever Bricks and Minifigs' fault. So that's what this slide is basically saying, in my opinion, from my understanding of it. Vetting with higher standards, we will make sure each store owner embodies Bricks and Minifigs' 5 core values. Creative. I don't know how creative is a core value. I always say that every time I read this. Creative, inclusive, collaborative, clean, service-oriented. These values, watch them start saying no tattoos allowed, no purple hair. These values, coupled with more stringent qualifications, higher financial requirements, that y'all already require $500,000. Higher financial requirements. So they're going to make it harder to open a brick and a minifig. Okay,
Well, they should make it harder to open them. The fact that they're so easy is the problem. You get subprime borrowers in that case.
It better be way higher than the professionalism and business acumen running around the Bricks and the Minifigs corporate headquarters, because
That being said, Bricks and Minifigs is going to make it more expensive to open a franchise because now they want to make more money because they're going to be opening less franchises. They were churning those fucking franchises. They were making money on the coming, the going, and the creating new.
Making it a requirement to have a lot of business acumen and experience running businesses. If they start making it a requirement to have all of that, they're going to have a very difficult time recruiting franchisees. Why? Because people with a whole bunch of business acumen are going to go.
Did you know that the Quran is like the Old Testament?
Nobody needs to.
There's, stoning people, tarring and feathering, dragging people through the streets. Yes, I have read the Quran, actually.
You have to take a reputational hit. You're starting in the
I've also read the Torah and the Talmud.
If you open a Bricks and Minifigs right now. So if they're going to make it even more difficult, they're going to gatekeep even higher, which perhaps that's what they should do. I'm not even necessarily disagreeing with them, but it does fly, I believe, in the face of their second core value, inclusive, for one. Their core value being inclusive, 20% of their core values is inclusive, but now they're about to keep out people with, that don't have as much finances.
Yeah, you can't open a business if you don't have the money to operate it.
Expectations.
It's kind of actually, but we know why Bricks and Minifigs is choosing to do it.
I'm not saying that they should necessarily just let any and everybody be a Bricks and Minifigs store owner. I do think that it's a huge responsibility, and there should be some level of like, you're gonna make sure that they're gonna actually be able to be successful. You know, like Bricks and Minifigs
Okay.
has to.
We need to strengthen the muscles right
sure
here.
People are going to be able to be successful. Otherwise, I think they're failing in their duty. But I don't know. It's just silly to me. Like, there's.
I need a heavier one of these things.
So what are you trying to say?
So that I can do.
This is going to keep consignment deals from ever happening again, or what?
These
I don't really
things.
even understand what exactly they're trying to say, but it
Ooh,
does
that actually.
seem like they're like, look,
kind of fucking
it wasn't our
sucks.
fault, but you know, we had too much faith in these, you know, unsophisticated business people. But now we're gonna vet them.
I mean,
well, if you're saying that needs to be done, why in the hell wasn't that being done already? Anyway, the next slide is standardized.
There we go. I can see myself.
Standardized systems and offboarding processes. We now require all franchisees to use a standardized trade and inventory management system to enhance consistency around inventory.
Wow, that's fucking hard.
Trade-ins and store inventory practice. This
is only 10 pounds. That's harder than that. Good God. Can feel it in this area, like pain.
That's great. That's probably necessary, but
probably my hip or my pelvis is out of whack. Oh, I need a
there was
Webster maneuver.
The customer trade experience was never the
I need to go to a chiropractor that can perform the Webster maneuver.
Organization, that was a problem. Documentation, proof, you know, stuff like that is really, you know.
God, my neck hurts really bad. This sucks.
There is a transparency.
What was I doing on that side? I can't remember.
I feel like these two parts of the sentence don't. This is okay. So we're gonna put a system in place. That does seem fine. Everything that comes in, you gotta put it in the system. I kind of thought they were already doing that, but they got a different one.
Thought it was gonna be much easier.
I don't really know what that's gonna help either. Truly, what that could have helped if that was in place. Although I do think it is probably for the best to put some more streamlined and uniform inventory tracking system in place. It says we're also strengthening our franchisee offboarding process so we can handle store transitions and exits with optimal consistency and professionalism. So you're not going to have Brandon Best come in and demand the keys anymore. Good, that's probably for the best. Increased support and membership. We recently hired more experienced field coaches and field coach managers. Well, we heard that this was already in place for like almost a year before any of this happened. So this isn't really new or a response to the Red List Ben thing. Certainly not a response to this videos coming out because this was already going on. People already, Bricks and Minifigs franchise owners already had field coach officers or whatever, managers or whatever, already. Like that was already going on before the videos came out and went viral and all that. Anyway, it says this increases store level visibility with more consistent insight into store operations and more direct support for franchise owners. Okay, so my translation of this is, this allows Bricks and Minifigs to be all up in your damn business.
Ooh, that felt good.
And surveil you all day long, and you have a handler watching over you, and it's called for your benefit, but really it's just going to allow corporate to have even more insight. Look, visibility into what? Into what corporate's doing? Hell no, you're not in their office. They're in your store. So corporate under the the franchise agreement and or the operating agreement already has the right to kind of send someone in to kind of watch over you, to do like site visits or whatever. This is being kind of pushed out in this PR, campaign as something that's supposed to help store owners, and it may help store owners, right? Individually owned and operated store owners a little bit. I think it's more likely that it's going to give corporate more feet on the ground to be able to more quickly and more excessively document every single thing that these corporate franchise owners are out here doing, and allow them to then be able to be sitting on even more of a stack of stuff to use against franchisees when they come in to rescue their stores. It sounds like more control, it sounds like surveillance, and it sounds like not independently owned and operated. It sounds like You know, the more I look at this, the more this is kind of reminding me of like a mutated MLM, like a multi-level marketing, where I said mutated, okay, but you know, hear me out. One of those multi-level marketing, direct sales type companies that I remember was y'all remember that legging brand, like in
LuLaRoe?
And there was a lot of collectors mindset and collector economy,
Which is ironic because the clothes fall apart
because the way that the
after
sales
one
would
wash.
work,
I actually have a LuLaRoe dress in my closet right now that was given to me
were being called independent
when I was pregnant with
business owners,
Elliot.
which, girl, okay. So they would purchase inventory, let's say 100 leggings, and those 100 leggings would show up to their house. When the sellers opened up the boxes, that was their first time seeing or knowing what was in the box of leggings. It was total mystery. So sometimes they would get certain ones that were very desirable and people wanted to actually buy, and so they would be able to sell them, and they would do these live streams, they would sell it. But the whole time, these poor ladies, they're calling themselves small business owners and entrepreneurs, and it's like, girl, you are getting a box of leggings, not Legos. You're getting a box of leggings and having to sell them for these people, and then sending money back to them. That's not a small business. That's something else, like, in my opinion. So this kind of is starting not to remind me quite exactly of that, but it's like, well, damn, they don't control their bank accounts, they don't control their leases, they don't control their social media accounts, they don't control their
This feels very good on my shoulders. Like, making my shoulders behave this way, it's very
they don't
nice.
control the POS
Yep,
system
it is a
they
pet
use.
rat.
They don't control the uniforms that people wear in the store. I mean, to some extent, they a little bit do. They don't control really their hours of operation or being open. So, like, any one of these things is not enough to say, oh, it's not independently owned and operated. But when you start to look at it all together, it's like, what's the difference between this and just managing a store, but you have to have all of this extra work and extra risk on you? Like, the finances really don't seem to work out for the most part. Like, sure, there's probably some stores that are successful, by the grace of God, amen, but aren't these people just kind of buying themselves a job?
Yes.
I don't know. It just now they're about to be putting more people in here and saying it's for your own good. Let me ask you this. See these increased support and mentorship? What do you think happens if the store owner doesn't want that mentor? You think they're allowed to say no? You think they're allowed to say, no, I'm good. I don't really need a mentor. Like, I got those things. You think they're allowed to? Probably not. It kind of seems like this. Yeah. It feels exactly like this. You put it in such a succinct way. Enzyme BP said, BAM shifts the risk and liability. Then, when stuff unwinds, they take back the assets at a discount and then sell it again. It feels like that. I don't know. I'm not like extremely business minded or business savvy, okay? So like, don't listen to me. I don't know. I mean, we really don't know. Don't take anything I'm saying over here as if it's like, you know,
Don't get cut on your ring.
a fact or anything. But it kind of sort of is starting to feel like this. It's like they kind of offload liability, risk, and other stuff too, right? Like there's only so many leases one guy can sign. There's only so, you know, you got to start putting bodies in the way. And it's like, golly, now, you know, they learned how to put goofy cart number 2, goofy cart number 3, goofy cart number bricks and minifigs number 1, bricks and minifigs number 1444, bricks and minifigs number 1237, bricks and mini. I mean, it kind of feels like in their mind, they really kind of think they own those stores too. Like those are their assets. Even if somebody else has their little silly little name on the lease or whatever. Ha ha hee, that's so cute. They own everything in their mind. I think. And at any moment, they're going to use a reason to come and snatch it back. Penbrick said 100% buying a job. It's a badly run chain with all the financial risk on the individual store managers. Mentor or corporate spy, Randy said.
I need one of
sitting on a
those
limb, I may
chair
not, but it's
things
just
for
starting to
weightlifting, I
give me
think.
that feeling of like, are these really store owners? I definitely know they got the risk. I definitely know that they put all their many times life savings and a lot of their 401ks and this and that in it. I do know that they do take risks, but like, do they really have autonomy or authority or control over very much? Anyway, it says we increase okay. We've also engaged a group of veteran store owners, I'm assuming these are corporate store owners, to build a franchisee-led development program. Oh, they're trying to counterbalance and counteract the union.
The union,
That's
yeah.
what this looks like to me.
It's a corporate created union.
Engaged a group of veteran store owners to build a franchisee-led development program so owners have clearer expectations, stronger support, and better tools to operate. Okay, so now you have to be in more groups, you have to have more oversight, and it's going to be this is starting to
It's called politics.
definitely like line up like a little pyramid, huh? Now they're going to have mentors, they're going to be checking in on you and surveilling you. Now you're also going to have to listen to these dipshit veterans, and all of they're going to have them in your business telling you what in the hell to do. So again, I just reiterate, I mean, is it really independently owned and operated? Next steps, they say. Going forward, we're committed to leading with empathy first. Oh yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. And then accountability. I'll really believe that one when I see it. And clarifying facts second. So yeah, for this time you did no empathy, you did no accountability, and you did never clarify any facts because you just put out a bunch of contradictive bullshit that didn't even agree with itself. So I think y'all are lying. I don't even think you can really say what y'all did was facts. So you didn't do any of the three. We know trust isn't rebuilt by just asking people to move on. Damn sure.
But that's exactly what you're doing in the comment section, Bricks.
Learning, changing, and showing through consistent action that the system is stronger than it was before. Well, I mean, it needs to be a lot stronger than it was before.
Well, it needs to be weaker because the system is why the police fucking arrested Ben.
We hear you, and we're committed to earning and protecting your trust going forward. Okay, well, I'll believe it when I see it. You can start by
Oh, come on, shoulder, don't do me dirty. Okay, I have to do it sideways. My shoulder won't let me do it in the forward.
Last night. So yeah, isn't that cute? Isn't that interesting? Okay, hold on. So
I always sit down just like just
to the second and the main topic
outside of the frame.
Today's video. It looks like.
Oh, that's why.
Provo Canyon School is threatening to sue Sheldon and Ben. Okay, this comes from a Salt Lake Tribune article that was published a few days ago. And I did have Sheldon on my channel recently. I think it was less than in the past week. I had him on my channel and we talked about this video and all of that. We reacted to it. And they had gone undercover at Provo Canyon School. So Ben went undercover as a student, and Sheldon went undercover as a certified mental health technician. And calamity ensued. The title of the article is YouTuber Reckless Ben went undercover at Provo Canyon School. The program is now weighing action against him. The 30-year-old.
Oh, I wish my shoulder would have let me do it.
While a friend got a job at the Utah Youth Treatment Program. Their hidden camera videos captured staff training and discussions of physical restraints. And there's a picture of them. The title of his video was I went undercover.
My shoulders look good on top.
Facility. It says YouTuber Reckless Ben, or Ben Schneider rather, is
arms are looking good.
But last winter he posed as a teenager and convinced
need to. I think I'm just always going to be skinny fat for the rest of my life. I think I was chubby too late in life for my skin to just elastic. I used to have the most elastic skin. I could gain like 100 pounds and lose it, and you couldn't even tell. But then I had a baby. After I had my son, everything changed. And then now, after I had my son, I lost weight, and I have, mom belly or whatever. I don't think it's ever going to suck up again.
While Sheldon was hired as a mental health technician despite having a criminal history that would
Kettlebells by the knitting station. Yeah. I actually lived in a van during COVID, so I had all the parking lots were wide open, the roads were wide open, I could go anywhere I wanted, there was nobody. All the government workers were for the most part gone, so you could like camp places you don't normally get away with. Dude, it was fucking awesome. Dude, during lockdowns, it was the best time to be a van life person, I tell you. It was the best. Oops.
It's a little more complex than that.
Yes, you do need to work out. Do it.
He worked at Provo Canyon School for a month and described the program in his own YouTube video as actually.
And then film a video and tag me in it,
disgusting.
so I can see what you're doing.
In recent months, state licensors have revoked licenses for both Provo Canyon School campuses, and the campuses are in Springville and Provo. I think it's like Orem specifically, finding that staff used abusive discipline, unnecessary restraints, and humiliated kids. But the owner of Provo Canyon School, a company by the name of Universal Health Services,
I cannot get my left arm to raise up without my shoulder turning like this. I have a frozen shoulder, so I can raise this one up with my elbow forward, but this one has to turn in order for it to go up. It like won't, the elbow won't turn in.
He has already drawn attention in Utah through viral videos.
See, I can't turn my elbow in.
A Utah-based
it's like,
resale Lego resale company over disputed valuable Lego.
It's like frozen.
Confrontations with the company and police have since led to criminal charges and lawsuits. In his
I just can't do it. It's gotta turn. That pisses me off. That's what I want to fix. I'm trying to fix that. The whole time I started all this just to try to fix that. And then I got sidetracked
Sheldon secretly captured of the training
with my glutes.
After he was hired. The clips show staff telling new employees that they hold.
You're not going to hit the table. You're fine, arm.
250 to 300 times a month. One staffer, oh my God. One staffer reminisced about a previous era at Provo Canyon School where we were effing slamming kids all over that place. Oh my God. He really did say that. And I got some news articles.
My poor left shoulder.
Spoiler alert for today's video. I went back in the archive and I have some documents and some news articles specifically from the 70s, from the 80s that show how this school has been treating kids forever, since like it first opened. It's always been controversial. So I do have some old articles to pull up.
Oh, my poor left arm.
Sheldon recorded Provo Canyon staff giving answers to applicants to pass.
Since I've been working out, my neck has gotten longer.
Like a CPR exam. It was something like chest compression. It's crazy. First responder training. As well as several moments where
it might also be that my neck hurts, so I'm afraid to like have any kind of bad posture.
They recited Salt Lake Tribune headlines about other Utah teen treatment programs.
So this is what I want. I want my chest to be like that. Wide. Small boobs plastered to the chest. That's what I want. Boob muscles, chest muscles.
She's advocated for the shutdown of the program in recent
Instead of being like skinny and dainty and lithe, I want to be beefcake.
Was so disturbing. She said she was
good. I'm so proud of you. Yay. Ooh.
She said, Paris Hilton says, quote, hearing the way staff talk.
I don't smoke, but you could also just continue to sit on your ass and do nothing. Okay? Instead, I'm going to do something. Sorry that you're jealous. Cat lady.
They say in a statement they also put out on Tuesday, it was aware of the video and the claims in it. It says,
you see, your names always align with your fucking attitudes. It's almost like people choose names for themselves based on what they think about themselves.
Quote, the video presents highly edited,
it will actually. Thank you.
Narrative that includes comments taken out of context. Girl, I don't know how you could possibly take out of context. We were effing slamming kids all over the place.
Everybody, look, there's another person who wants you to know there's a turd sandwich on their plate. Everybody, look at in absolution. They've got a turd sandwich on their plate. They want everybody to know they are smelling and tasting, looking at a turd sandwich. They need you to know they're looking at a turd sandwich. Everybody, let's take a moment and acknowledge in absolution how they desperately have no self-control. They desperately lack the ability to prevent themselves from consuming that which they cannot stand. Something that is gross to them, they're just like, nom 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 nom, give me more. Y'all be funny. Glutton for shit. Glutton for turds. Put all the turds on the plate. And in absolution, we'll complain about it, but let it sit right there in front of them. Not going to do anything about it. You're going to continue to have the turd sandwich right there in front of your face. But you're going to complain about it to everybody around. We've got it. We get you. We see you, okay? We acknowledge your existence and your opinion.
They say that Sheldon did actually pass the initial criminal background.
I guess we're the weird ones for minding our own business and making ourselves better instead of just farting around, staring at the phone, complaining about what you're looking at when you have the fucking world at your fingertips. You choose to fucking watch something you don't like and then complain about it. You could literally do anything. You have the fucking internet in your hand right now. And you choose to go around complaining in live streams. That just says you guys are just telling on yourselves. Like, I don't understand how y'all troll people, how you could be just so with your full chest be like, I'm a loser. You've got the internet. You could literally learn anything. If you want to learn something, you could literally learn how to do it right now. You could be teaching yourself how to be a better person. You could be forcing yourself to do movement and create a better body for yourself. You could fill your mind with information. You could learn a new hobby, and then you could get obsessive over your new hobby, and then you could turn it into a business, and then you can make money. You could turn your curiosity into cash. I mean, if you're so right in the way you choose to live your life, why don't you live stream and show everybody how perfect you are and how you've got it all figured out? Please show us. We all are curious and we want to know how to be our best selves. So if you've got the secret on your high horse, please let us know what it is. We want to know. We're curious. We'd watch that. Unless you're insecure about yourself in some way and you're just complaining on the internet because you see someone doing something you desperately wish you could have the courage to do yourself. I don't know. I'm just usually minding my own business.
Okay, that was it. So there was this whole other lawsuit.
Oh, and then Ben Schneider's business too. Can't forget that.
Thank you, Raising Me, for the jewels. Thank you to Veronica Fever for the $4.99. Ammon has never met empathy or accountability. I mean, seriously. Thanks so much to Veronica again for the $9.99. Fun fact, here in Oregon, chemical and mechanical restraints are illegal. Oh. And the restraints are holds that they taught them. Those are only to be used as a last resort with de-escalation used first. I don't think there's anything wrong with training the teachers, especially in like these schools, to be able to stop somebody, even if it's a student, from harming or hurting other people. I don't think it's wrong for them to have been taught the restraints. What I think is wrong is like
how they brag about it.
Not using it as a last resort, like going directly to that. Thank you to Marrakesh for the makeup brush jewels and to Els the Elder. So I actually got a hold of a few of the lawsuits that have been filed against Provo Canyon over the years. And I wanted to read maybe one or two of them. Now, I do want to say these lawsuits were dismissed. I don't know why. I didn't look through the case files too closely. They were dismissed. So none of these claims were ever...
I'm trying to just pander to my shoulder and just turn it and see what happens.
A little bit of a background by way of court filings that have been filed. And then after that, I'm going to go to the news going to find some of those lawsuits right now.
Ooh, you know what? To the person who was saying they were working out, Irene.
Now, this one is titled Aaron Ross.
Eileen Gregorich. Dude, listen.
Universal Health Services.
There's this dude.
This is interesting too, and I wonder if Sheldon will watch this video.
There's this guy. You have to do his morning routine. You have to do it. If you're a person who likes to work out, you have to. I need you to promise me you're going to do it. You will come back and you will thank me. Okay? I know you will. Let me find my playlist. Work it out. There it is. There he is. Okay. This guy. His name is Aidan Kirshner. I think he's an Israeli, but listen. Don't let that stop you from watching his videos because where's my playlist? View full playlist. Okay. Oh, it was that video. Release morning stiffness, 30-minute morning yoga. You have to screenshot this. My nose is running. It's all of a sudden like a sinus. Post-nasal drip. Okay, so this video right there. Release morning stiffness, 30-minute morning yoga for beginners. Dude, it is everything you fucking need. It will open your hips up in a way that you're just like, oh, what? Like, this ain't gonna be nothing. But when you do it, I am telling you what, you will be like, holy shit, I didn't even realize that my hips were so like tight. Holy crap. One of the exercise. Did you know that bae, B-A-E, means turd in Danish? So every time you say hey bae, you're saying hey turd. So if you do your knees 90 degrees and then you turn, keep your knees at 90 degrees. You want to line up and you don't want to walk. Your body's going to try to make your butt walk forward. You need to make sure you're pulling yourself like back a little bit. And then you just do this. Oh, dude, I tell you what. And eventually you get to the point where you can like raise yourself up, and that's very hard, but it like is like turning this part of your 90 degrees. You want to keep your thing at 90 degrees. And then you just do this like 6 or 8 times, however many times. And then you can, do whatever you need to move around to where you feel it deeper and more intense a little bit, and then hold it. And then gently switch over to the other side. And I'm telling you what, please try this. Please just take a moment and try it. I assure you. And it like will help your pelvis if your pelvis is like out of whack too, because it just helps everything. Oh, it's just so good. It will even sometimes, if your back's really messed up, it'll help your back crack, your lower back, and it'll like pop it back into place. It's so lovely. It is so lovely. Be very careful when you do it. If you're in your, if you're past menopause, be very careful. I literally, I'm doing all this right now because I was putting on my headphones at work this morning, and I put a crick in my neck or whatever, and I had to leave work. So I'm just trying to get my neck to stop hurting, which I pretty much have. I've pretty much fixed it. I've got my mobility back, and it's just tender now. You know how like after you hurt yourself real bad, it's like sore, like the muscles are kind of like sore from being out of whack for a little while. So I'm sore, but I've got my mobility for the most part, and that's great. That's what I wanted to do, and I'm so grateful that I am in shape and I've been working out on a regular basis, and I'm able to do that, because otherwise I would have to like lay down for like 3 days with like a hot compress and then cold and hot, trying to relax the muscles so that the bone will go back into where it's supposed to. Instead, I was able to just like, work out a little bit, do some yoga, and then do the rollerball thing on the neck. And you did the massager. I also did this like back stretching mat. Oh my gosh. This thing right here opens up flat and it inflates with air in specific locations for your back. If you can rewind, I don't know if you can on my live stream or not, rewind to when I was using that, and I show what it is at some point in the live stream. But this thing is amazing. It like stretches you and wrings you out. It makes you feel like you're a soda lid. You know, and the carbonation is coming out. More rocks? I don't think I have any rocks in my hair. Oh, that's my microphone, friend. Oh, this needs to go over here. Okay, back to what I was watching. Actually, I don't know if I want to watch that anymore. I don't even care. Will Survives has to start over again. Him and his baby mama probably broke up. He got a girl pregnant. Okay, let's see.
Something very, very interesting happened last night when Andrew Colvett, Blake Sniff, and Andrew Wilson got together on Charlie Kirk's show. That sounds wrong. And discussed Wilson's recent debate with Candace Owens. I don't know if anyone of you thought about it, if anyone spotted it. That was my first impression. I'm going to share it with you today. Andrew Colvett, once again, said too much. Accidentally, of course.
My poor body. I gotta go pee, and then I'm gonna do the weight bar again.
Andrew on calling Erica a retard, as you do, you know, at some point in a day. And she wanted to know.
I mean, I call people retards.
USA. Here.
Like to explain
Hi,
how
Shauna.
your evidence, your positive evidence for the fact that Erica was retarded.
Yeah, sure. So I just think all women are retarded.
I
threw out my net this morning.
Who knew? So, and
You
what,
just
by
asked
the way,
me.
and
Like,
what dramatically transformed your opinion of Erica
I had to
after
leave work
going
early.
to the headquarters? Because you were pretty hostile about.
I wasn't hostile towards him.
You don't think calling somebody too retarded?
No.
Is
Come on. That's like normal tongue-in-cheek stuff for me online.
Oh, you're being tongue-in-cheek.
Usually when I call someone retarded, I'm being tongue-in-cheek. Yeah. Like for instance, you got supporters. I mean, if you want to use the same exact argument, you would take a supporter like Owen Benjamin. He called you bad names and called your husband bad names. Are you just like, well, it's no biggie?
I've never answered him on anything that he said. I'm saying that you now are her biggest defender. So do you still think she's
I'm not
too?
the biggest defender.
Do you still think she's too retarded?
No. I didn't know Erica Kirk. I've never met her before.
Okay, but you had an issue with Turning Point being led by a bunch of fembots.
Since you've been gone,
Besides the fact that Andrew didn't address
I
it
can
yesterday,
breathe for the first time.
that wasn't cool. Nope. It doesn't matter, right? They offer a job to people like that, right? That makes sense. What a circus. Anyway.
Okay, and then you said you sat down with Erica.
Well, I didn't sit down with her. I talked to her in the hallway.
So you didn't sit down and speak with Erica?
They're still talking about this debate.
Sit down, long conversation.
I thought this was going to be something different.
Okay. Is that when you gave her the hug?
Yeah.
Lindsay Clancy's on trial for killing her 3 children. Her husband.
Oh, the more I watch of this Lindsay Clancy trial, the more I think she might be guilty, by the way.
Almost sentence by sentence. So you'll know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, so that I'm 42, and I realized about 2 months ago that if I have a very physical job. I work outside, and I also like clean houses, very physical, but I also work outside. I like cut down trees, I haul tree trunks and limbs, and like I do all kinds of crazy shit. I weed eat all day, I run equipment, and I lift heavy shit. And so I need to be in good shape for my job. I cannot, I can't hurt myself and be out of commission like what happened today. So I'm just really grateful, and I know, see, this is the thing. What I've been doing, I know it's the right decision because I hurt my neck today, and instead of missing a week of work, now I've only missed 1 day of work. I'll be able to go to work moving forward because I've been able to kind of fix my neck because I'm in shape. But 2 months ago, I realized I'm at this place in my life where I'm at a fork in the road. If I do not start to exercise and get muscle and get really strong, make a conscientious effort to like gain muscle, then I'm on the deteriorating scale now. Like I'm not gonna just be like at my fittest. I'm gonna have to be like actively building muscle in order to maintain it. You know, my grandmother was a bird, a skinny little bird. Hi, Joe. So, hi, Bill. So yeah, I want to be like on top of being somewhat in shape, and I'm just grateful that I listen to myself. I listen to my inner voice, which I always listen to. I always trust it. My inner voice says to do something, I just get up and I do it. I don't ask any questions. I just start doing it. I do my best at that, and then I just keep doing that until I get told what to do next.
He's just explaining what happened.
Okay, so when you say you
But I'm convinced that only by keeping up with my exercising over the last 2 months, it's the only reason why I'm not like completely out of commission right now from this stupid injury.
and there was no response.
Nothing here stands out to me. It's a short, direct answer from a short, direct question. And that's what you want. His eyes stay on it, and he nods his head yes for confirmation.
L down?
Yeah.
And there was L down?
Yeah.
And there was...
So everything here looks normal. There's no deception.
Do you recall when you opened the door to yell down whether the light was on or off?
Yeah, it was on, but Lindsay always left the light on.
The big light? She always left the big light on?
Nothing stands out. His blink rate goes up and he sees life flutter. But this is normal for a situation like this. Think if you were in this situation. If you were talking about the most traumatic, most horrible thing that ever happened in your life, and you're talking about it, how are you going to act? You're going to feel stress. You're going to feel tension. You're going to want to get rid of it. You're going to want to be direct. And you've thought about this a lot. You've gone through a lot. Also keep in mind, there are some people who don't react like you and I may react. They'll stay calm. Their expressions will stay blank. We won't see some of the things we expect to see normally. So again, this is all normal for a situation like this one.
And you said you called Lindsay, was that a phone call?
Yeah.
And was that at approximately 6:09 p.m.?
Yeah.
And did she answer?
The same thing here. There's not a lot going on. There's no deception. You're probably thinking, why show this one? Why are we looking at this? Because it's important to get a baseline on this guy's behavior. So we'll know when things change, and they're going to change dramatically. You're going to just look, wow, what he looks like when there's not a lot going on. So when we see these changes, they'll pop out. If not, it just looks normal to you. So you have to be able to make that comparison. That's why we're going over these at sync category at first.
After calling down the stairs to the basement, did you leave the door open or did you close it?
I don't remember. I would think I closed it because I always try to keep it closed. I'm not sure.
Okay.
All right, here we go. There's something. And remember, while I'm telling you about this, there are no absolutes when it comes to body language. There's not one single cue that will tell you somebody is lying or telling the truth for sure. You can look at that and go, oh, I know for sure they're telling the truth, or I know that for sure they're being deceptive. Having said that, let's not just go on time.
After calling down the stairs to the basement, did you leave the door open or did you close it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I would think I closed it because I always try to keep it closed. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Here's what bothers me.
The over
See that
explanation?
same shoulder shrug and that chin going toward that shoulder? That's a big deal. And remember, as we go through this, there are no
Ugh, I hate these fucking. I need sports bras, bralettes, something. But cotton. I need it to be cotton. This is the only cotton one I could find that I have. And it's like 4 sizes too small and it's cutting into my skin and it hurts, itches. Burn, hurt, itch. I need some that fit me properly.
Not every time, but a lot of the time, right? I started seeing that after that. I started paying.
Well, see, now I don't trust you because I know that shrug to be like, well, I mean,
It's. I'm
That's not how I read that body shrug. I'm good at reading body language. Alright, I'm gonna skedoodle. I think I don't really feel like doing this anymore, and I think maybe I should stop and maybe like ice my neck a little bit, or I gotta look it up what I should do next after working it out, massaging it, you know, doing counter weights to kind of like tighten up the areas around elsewhere, use other muscles, try to activate them so everything's alive and not just like stiff and in pain. Yeah, Kamala lost. She's a fucking idiot.
What's up with that? He's getting rid of that built up stress and tension. That's an adapter. That's what we do.
I don't know. I feel like I still want to work out a little bit. I'm indecisive in this moment. Don't commit me to anything. Luckily, this is my shit. I could do whatever I want.
So when you see adapters, it doesn't mean they're being honest or they're being deceptive. It just lets you know there's something happening there. There's an issue there. There's stress there. They're trying to get rid of it.
And so after you called Lindsay and didn't get a response, what did you do next?
I started checking upstairs.
And where did you check upstairs?
First the bathroom. I thought maybe they were taking baths, but there's no one there.
You thought they were taking baths even though your wife wasn't there?
Was there anyone in the kids' bedrooms?
No.
And then did you go to your bedroom?
Yeah.
And were you able
I find it crazy to believe that the police just believed this man just without any. It's my hair. I have it off my evenly weighted on my head right now so that I can exercise without my hair getting caught and stuff. Even though my baby hair still got caught in my roller thing and got yoked out. I wonder if I have any henna. I should henna my hair.
But afterwards he does the confirmation nod. That's what the yes is right there. His personality type doesn't show a lot of emotion. There are some people like this. They're just weird, kind of. I think this cat's kind of weird.
And when you realized the door was locked, did you have a way to unlock it?
Yeah, the previous owners, when they installed the doorknobs, had these like these little keys that they taped to the back of each door. So I got the one from Cora's room, and I started unlocking the knob.
You ever seen the natural things you do when you talk about things like this? He's recalling information, that's fine. Then he starts talking about what he did as she asks him the questions. That's fine. There's nothing here.
I'm trying to decide what my neck wants to do.
When you unlocked the door to your bedroom,
Hello.
Did you go in?
This is the Lindsay Clancy case. It's just going over the testimony of the husband. It's a body language expert. I don't know. We'll see. I think a lot of these body language experts are just people who are like, oh, I bet I could make a YouTube. You know?
His voice tone, volume, and cadence are the same as they've been the whole time. The big swallow before what did you see? That's a combination of stress and remembering the event, and he's preparing to answer. That's totally normal. It is stressful. And of course, his breathing gets deeper and starts breathing loud.
I guess technically that's more weights than that.
Is the same, but his volume's up just
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Just saw blood everywhere.
Kettlebell stuff. That sucked though. I didn't like that.
And he starts goofing around with his mouth and is adapting that way as well. Now keep in mind, these are all just stress cues you're seeing from this guy. Everything is normal as far as stress goes. You may hear some other people say, oh, he's doing this, so it means that, it means this. I'm telling you, this is just stress. There's no deception here either.
Now, the way the bed is in this photo, when it pulled away from the wall and slightly askew or at an angle, is that the way it was typically?
Mm-hmm.
And when you left the bedroom,
I hurt my neck today, and I'm really trying to. Feels like my shoulder is like this in the air, but it doesn't look like it actually is. So that's good.
You don't really see enough of him here at all.
It actually looks like it's that.
Body language is saying, but his voice sounds like it sounded up to this point. No big changes there. He's just delivering each answer.
You said you saw the window, is that correct?
Yeah.
Was it open?
Yeah, there was wind blowing in.
So in your photo here, is that a very accurate depiction of how the window looked?
Yeah.
Everything looks fine here too. Everything's direct. His voice hasn't changed at all. This looks good, no deception.
I always do that. I always put myself just out of the mirror. Just move the mirror over. I just don't like hitting this stuff.
Probably 1 or 2 steps. And immediately turned around and went outside.
Those shoulder shrugs, they make sense here because he's not sure how far in he went. One thing I'm going to point out about people who are being deceptive, a lot of times when they give you an answer, they'll start adding qualifiers to it and get into the minutia of what happened and try to create this picture in your mind of what was going on. That's not happening here. It hadn't happened from the beginning to here. So he's not trying to do all that. And he's not giving these extra descriptions. He's just telling you what happened.
And the blood that you saw, where was that located in the room?
It was everywhere. It was.
See, he's lying right now, though. There wasn't blood everywhere. Is that just the story he's been telling everybody, or what? He's just like forgotten that what was really there because he was lying to friends and family.
I remember it was on the doorknob.
She's like, this is her witness. She's like, what? No.
We're seeing a whole lot of shoulder shrugs here. That's fine. He wasn't asked to be specific, and you'll do that a lot with generalizing. With that mouth thing he's doing, that might be a tick because he's doing a whole lot. He's not doing it in the right times for it to be deceptive, and it's pretty much an adapter. So he's just adapting, getting rid of that built-up stress and tension.
Do you recognize what's depicted there, and is that very accurate depiction of how the room looked on January 24th?
Yeah, there's not blood everywhere in those pictures, buddy. Why did he lie about, like, why would he say that? It's like the people who, right after Charlie Kirk, were like, oh, his neck was blown off. All the people in interviews, Andrew Colvett, all of them. In the first, like, hour or so, they were all saying his neck was blown out. Oh, we just were at the hospital.
This looks okay.
Sir, were you aware that the defendant's
It's like the lie was committed to already.
That quiet no and that single shoulder shrug and the chin going over there. Notice he's shaking his head as he's doing that. He's
Damn, Train.
Yeah, we've seen and heard that on several.
It's the first train I've heard all day.
The one time where he puts his shoulder up and the chin goes toward it. That's the only thing that still bothers me. And in this one, it doesn't go as far as deception goes.
Sir, after making those observations in the bedroom, what did you do next?
I ran downstairs and went outside.
Okay, I think I'm done.
Whether you came in, whether you went out the front door or the back door?
I went out the back door.
So that would be the sliders, is that right?
Yeah.
And where did you go from there?
I just looked around in the backyard, below that window, and I saw Lindsay.
And where did you see her?
She was face up in the backyard.
Got a little bit of jello leg.
Where was she?
Yeah, something's shady about it, but at the same time, like, the more I watch the trial, the more I catch of it here in the last couple of days. I don't know. I don't know. Just based on statements of Lindsay. Although I do really think, here's something that we need to think about, right?
Closer to the house, her feet.
Did you know that his new wife, who like looks exactly like Lindsay and like with Bob, but did you know that his new wife is a biochemist? Like she works at for the pharmaceutical industry, and she is like pretty high up in her field. She runs drug trials, and there is a drug. I think the drug is called Egalis. Don't quote me on the name of the drug, but it's something with an E. I think it might be Egalis, and this drug that she was running the trial for just so happened to have like all the same kind of symptoms that Lindsay was experiencing, these like psychosis thought. And you know, I think it's also, okay, I'm even a way far off, like way out of base, like completely conspiracy theory like version of what could have happened. You know, the government has been using as a weapon against us this type of device that causes auditory hallucinations. And it's not like a hallucination, it's actually someone talking, but they can put the sound directly into your head. through the bones of your head, and it doesn't have to go through your ears. So what if there is some motivation that the government has? I mean, this case seemingly has just exploded. It's everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. And typically when stuff like that happens, everyone's talking about it, and everyone has decided on a specific narrative, and everyone's like, yeah, da, da, da. It's suspicious to me. Immediately suspicious. And for good reason. But I'm curious, what is happening right now in the pharmaceutical industry with government and all that, that they could benefit in some way from this case proving that she was either in or not a psychosis. You know what I mean? The dreadlocks are my real hair, but my natural color is blonde, so. Yeah, that's my entire life, Dub Styles. I've been right about absolutely everything, and I don't want to be famous, so I don't want to, like, blow up or anything for conspiracy theories, but, like, I wish the people who were close to me in my personal life would listen to me instead of me having to, like, drag them to safety uphill. You know what I'm saying? It's very annoying. But I get all my information pretty much from God. I mean, it's just a knowing. I just have this, like, and I like hear it almost. It's like, Heather, you need to be da 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 da. And I know it's God because it only ever leads me to amazing things. I don't listen to it if it's a negative. You only listen to it if it's a positive, and you only take action if the voice is positive. If you continue to feed the positive one will grow. The negative, evil one will eventually wither away and die. The more you listen to the evil one, the bigger and stronger that one will get, and this one will wither away and die. That's how people become good versus evil. It's just what side of your thoughts, because everybody has, like, bad thoughts. Everybody. There's just no, that's just the way of it. Everybody has negative or bad thoughts. They're not really your thoughts. It's just something in the ether that you've tapped into because your brain is a frequency picker-upper. Your brain is a transmitter of frequency. Oh, it's green. It's fully charged. Yes. I'm gonna unplug it so it doesn't wear out the battery. But anyways, thoughts are like smells, are like sight. Like, your nose doesn't create or invent the smell. Your nose perceives the smell. Your eyes aren't inventing the door. The door's really there. It's your eyes are perceiving the door. Your brain is the same way. Your brain is perceiving these thoughts that are in the ether, these frequencies. And that's why multiple people have the same idea for an invention. It's the person who gets the idea and takes inspired action who ends up with all the money for the patent, because that person got up off their ass and figured it out. And that's why they're the person who actually invented it. And you're like, I just thought of that. Literally, and now here it is on TV. You know? I mean, even Michael Jackson said that when he woke up in the middle of the night with an idea, he would immediately wake everyone up. Let's record right now. If I don't, Prince will. I mean, because thoughts are out there. Ideas are inspiration. It's out there. But you gotta be out there in order to pick up on it. You gotta be a mover and a shaker. You gotta be out there trying to do and be your best. My thoughts are that when you get inspired and you take action on those, you do the thing that you're inspired to do, and then you just do your best, no matter what that is. Like, just look around you and be like, okay, this is where I am right now. This is my life. So I'm just gonna choose to, whatever job I have, it doesn't matter what it is, I'm gonna be the best, whatever that is. If I'm a cashier at Burger King, I'm going to be the best Burger King cashier they ever had. And, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to choose to, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to steal. I'm not going to manipulate. I'm going to be a positive influence in the people. I'm going to acknowledge people. Like, if some girl did her eyebrows nice, I'm going to be like, dang girl, you did your eyebrows nice today. Good job. And not in a patronizing way, like in a genuine, like, damn, like, good job for you today. Not, I'm jealous, just acknowledging someone who did a good job. You do that, and eventually people will notice it about you. and acknowledge when you do a good job. And then you'll get gassed up too, and you'll be like, wow, look at me, I'm doing a good job. And then eventually, like, what will happen when you just do your best in whatever situation you're in, eventually your situation will get better. And when your situation get better, then, you know, you've gotten better, life has gotten better, you have now obtained something that you've desired, whatever. And then you take stock, look around you. This is where I am. I'm going to do my best in this situation. I'm going to be my best in no matter what it is. And if you just do that, like, I swear, life is amazing. It's amazing. But you got to, like, accept, like, I can't stop missing my turn. So I stopped being mad at myself about it. And I laugh at myself now. And it's a joke. Like, they call me Turnaround Heather. And guilty as charged. I can't help myself. I miss my turn. That's part of me. And so you got to also accept things about yourself. You got to lean into the cringe. What makes you feel like, no, I can't do it? If you feel like that about anything, that means it's your personal goal to go and do that thing that makes you cringe. If you find something that makes you cringe, you have to lean into it. And that's the only way to get rid of it. It's the only way to stop being nervous about something. It's to fully just like fall into it. And then it won't bother you anymore. I mean, life is a lot easier when you choose to play on easy mode. You could choose to play on hard mode and be miserable all the time and have everything go wrong for you. That is an option for you. But you could decide today that you're going to take stock of where are you in your job? Where are you in your personal life? I'm going to choose to be the best boyfriend I can be, the best husband, the best worker. I'm going to start today. I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to choose to do my best at every place that I can. Obviously, don't burn yourself out. It's not like that. You have to also have boundaries and, you know, say no when you feel that something is outside of your scope. But also, if you notice something and you are able, if you drive by someone and you are a mechanic and you're like, oh, that car's broken down, you should stop and help somebody. You know what I mean? Like, it's our duty. Thank you for the treat. Oh, it's you. Hi, love. But, like, if you can change a situation in some way, it's your job to do that. And if we all accepted that it's our job, once we notice something and we have the capacity to do something about it, like, the whole world will be better and people would not need for nothing, because everybody would be doing things for each other that needed to be, you know, we'd eventually all be on the same level and wouldn't need anything anymore, you know, like that. You know, it's just, it's hard to be the first wave of an idea, you know, and I choose to live my life by example. Like, I live a Christ-like existence, but I'm not a Christian, you know. But I think that if you're just a good person and you choose to feed those ideas that are good, if you get inspired idea and like inspiration it's to better someone's life, to better your life, to help in some way, and it will do no harm to anybody, feed the fuck out of those ideas. You know, even if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter. You're supposed to, even if you get this inspiration and you're like, okay, I'm supposed to make mirrors, and then you take all the time to learn how to make mirrors, you start making mirrors, and then, you know, come to find out you're not really that great at making mirrors or whatever. But there is something in the process of learning how to make mirrors that you needed in your information bank so that you could take that to where you are supposed to go. Every single hobby, everything that I've ever become ADHD obsessed with, have completely come together when it comes to rug making. I get to do everything that makes me feel that satisfying, you know, when you do hobbies. And it took 42 years for me to discover that, you know, but I got there and I love it and it makes me very happy. I can't wait until I can start doing it again. Anyways, I'm done rambling. I'm gonna go lay down. My neck hurts. I want to... Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's exactly true. And I just wish that more people were willing to accept, like, where they are in life. Maybe you're not where you want to be, and you're allowed to aspire for more. But that doesn't mean that you're never going to get to anywhere more than where you are right now. It's going to get worse, actually, if you don't put in any effort into your situation. If you're just a lazy worker, You're never going to get a raise. You're never going to go anywhere. You're not going to get a good recommendation, whatever. You're not going to be able to learn what you need to in order to start your own business. When you're working at someone else's business, at any corporation of any kind, or anyone else's operations, it's your job to learn and do well, be your best in that situation, so you can take all the information of how to do this. And then that shit will carry on to your next vocation. You could then go and own your own business because you've learned how to do everything in this business. You know, maybe you become the owner of that business. You know, there's so many, just the possibilities are endless. If you just take stock of your life, go, okay, this is where I am right now. Do I want to be here or not? And if the answer is no, I don't want to be here, what do I want? Okay, great. I'm just going to start being and doing my best where I am now so that I can start moving forward towards anything. You know, you'll figure out what you want along the way, and it'll be good. You'll be very happy. Yes, be the change you seek. And that's how I live my life, 100%. And instead of sitting on my ass and scrolling on social media, I'm choosing to listen to social media while I exercise, keeping my body moving, grease the joints, you know, like the Tin Man. Where's my drink? Anyways, I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to go prop my neck up. And I'm going to try and, like, completely relax and see if that makes any difference. Bye, Cass. I'll text you in a minute when I get in my bed, and I'll tell you what happened to me. It's so dumb. So dumb. Like, I didn't even do anything. I was just, like, shaking my hair, my bangs back so I could put my headphones and have my bangs going back so that they didn't, like, bend all up under my headphones. So I had my head leaning back like this, you know, I'm getting my bangs back, and I'm putting my headphones on, and I'm like just lightly shake, and then something went, and I was like, uh-oh, that hurt. Anyway, okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna go lay down. I love you. Bye. Guys, make good choices. Just take stock of your life today and go, okay, this is where I am. I'm going to choose to just do my best, and you know, it'll be crazy. You'll come back in a week. Come back to me in a week after